Underdog Daily with the Badge Bros, Jon and Nez, hanging out. Black and Yellow Dog app, platform of the people. Underdog Fantasy back there somewhere. Yeah, we got another Dog Bowl taken care of last night there. Kind of wacky and wild slate there. Pour one out for the Jalen Johnson teams there. Kuminga coming back to life. Love to see it. Obviously, Guy Santos is a hooper now, Nez. He's getting drafted today. I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but yeah, kind of a wacky slate last night for an 11 gamer, and now we pivot to a 6 gamer with a bunch of back-to-backs on this one, and lacking injury reports, a little bit more speculation there. Embiid did not wind up mattering last night. But 2 community members get home. Shout out to them. We'll take a look in a second, and directly accurate yet again for my guy Nez. He takes. I don't want to pour salt in the wounds, but my guy just, man, you're having a hell of a year. But these Dog Bowl slates eluding you at the bitter end, my friend.
Like I said, somebody's got to cover these flights. Somebody's got to cover these hotels, and who better than me? Who better than me? Truly, no, close but no cigar last night. Yeah, I thought I played pretty decent on the whole. Got a very unfortunate dud from Brandon Ingram that really, really cost me. That was kind of the big issue there. But yeah, I mean the winners last night, Sizos and Johnny, like lapped the field. Like they didn't really have too much of a sweat, which yeah, so it wasn't like it was an easier pill to swallow, not shipping that. But yeah, it was a interesting slate. Congrats to those guys though. Shout out to those two.
Yeah, the Hot Sizos, the second time qualifier here, and he was not second time for NBA, but second time in general. He was with us in Dallas there. Also had the great story of running into T-Box accidentally in like Cleveland airport or something like that, maybe a Florida airport.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So longtime member of the community. He's been on the program before as well. I think he was probably one of the guys who had the head-to-head sweat. Wasn't it him versus Crutches head-to-head sweat for one of the seats?
It might have been.
I think it might have been. Yeah. I don't know. Trying to jog my memory there, but we'll get all the stories once we're in person. There. Lay of the land for today, guys. We're going to do 6-game slate breakdown, and then pending how much time, I'm going to rip a dinger, and or Nez is going to join me to rip said dinger. Shared my exposures through 40 drafts this morning there. I got about 80 of them in the chamber right now, halfway through kind of like 40 slows. So we'll have a better sample thereafter. I was genuinely asking for feedback on the good plays, but everyone's keeping their cards close to their vest, Nez. Nobody's telling me if I'm making the good or the bad plays here. Nobody will tell me where I'm messing up.
I mean, I'll let you know.
Well, yeah, this is the Matt McClain ain't it. That's the takeaway.
I mean, you want a third of your teams to have Matt McClain?
So far, I mean, maybe we'll pump the brakes in a bit there. I don't know. I can't shake the notion that he was like a 4th round pick and he was like a 2nd round pick like 2 years ago or whatever. Like people were hyping him like that, and he was super nice with it in like that 2023, and then he just had the oblique thing in spring last year, and then it lingered. So no, he was a hell of a bat in the minors, and obviously, like you said, 23. But then he got a full season under his belt, and I don't know what happened. The power just like went kaput. He's in a good offense in a good park. And 2020 potential, so it's really not that bad, but it is just like a very funny stance. Yeah, I'm just hoping I'm like poor man Zach Neto is my take, where it's like this is 2020 and he's free. Now maybe that's being bullish on one of the 20 sides of that, and then chalking last year up to like pure just injury and the park not playing as well. But if my mindset is the park's going to play better for hitting this year, I probably shouldn't be overweight Chase Burns and Hunter Green. So I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth right now.
It doesn't matter if you're in a small park, if you're going to strike everybody out.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, this is a fun question here. Easy saying, is it better to take big stands in round 5 or round 18? Here's my macro like first thing that comes to my mind is the fragility of projection is so much starker in 18 that you probably want to be more spread late. But the surrounding pieces of like round 5 are so much stronger that there's no reason really to be overweight a round 5 guy, because what are you trying to do? You're just trying to turn a round 5 guy into a round 1 guy. Like, who cares if he gets 200 more fantasy points than all those going around him? It's basically just a bet on health.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll take around 1 guy in round 5. That would be sick. But like, yeah, what you lose when you lose is much greater in round 5 than round 18.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you might, if your round 18 is an absolute hit, like that's nice. And if it misses, then it's really like no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pretty good at drafting late round guys and them being like really big hits.
Yeah.
It hasn't mattered. I mean, but then again, nothing matters. But like,
who were you on before the Jacob Wilson one last year? Like, Jacob Wilson was obviously
Paul
one
Skeens.
Oh, Skeens the year before.
Skeens was a 20th round pick,
right?
His rookie year, or the year before last. Mitch Keller the year before that, like totally undrafted. Like, he made up like 33% of my teams. And he had a great year, 200 Ks, like didn't really matter.
Huh. All right. Maybe I'll start listening, eh?
It might do you good. It might do you good.
Oh, good shit. All right, dude. Let's talk about last night a little bit more there, because I want to see the lineups here. I'm gonna bring your screen up because I haven't been able to. I saw Johnny's lineup because he tweeted it out there. Let me get the comment off the screen there, and we'll go like this. So yeah, maybe you can walk me through a little bit here. So I see Johnny Football's at the top there. What do we got there? 3. What's the number on that?
317.
And 308 is second? Wow.
309, yeah.
So a 317, a 309, and then a 297. Yep.
Yeah. Like
that is
yeah.
Wow. Good for them. Okay, so let's see what Johnny Football's cooked up.
Yeah. Johnny went Luka, KPJ, Derek White. So I went and took Derek White at 13.
Nice.
Rudy Gobert, Nick Claxton scroll. At the 4-5, and then 0.9% drafted Jaden McDaniels.
Wow, man. We talked about the T-Wolf stuff on the show, that like the spot and the pace was like fine, but I had no idea what auxiliary guys to play there, because you throw Io in the mix, Naz Reid got the active tag. You didn't really know what to do with it. So wow, good for him. Flips the board and then triple scrolls effectively.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because Rudy was a scroll as well.
Right.
It's a great team, dude. I mean, hats off. Like, this is essentially a quad scroll, right? I mean, Derek White was, he was not really being drafted at the 2-3 turn, even after Jaylen Brown got ruled out. So Johnny went and got it, man. Good for him, man. Good for him. Sick team.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Jumfrey saying this is one of the most ethical wins we've ever seen. Agreed, man.
I mean, seriously, like you gotta hand it to him. This is pretty sick, dude.
Yeah. Love to see that. Okay, let's see the next one for the Hot Scissors.
Yeah, old Hot Scissors went Maxey, Paulo, KPJ, Derek White, Brandon Miller, and then Rudy Gobert. So, yeah, this was definitely like probably earlier in the day. There are some sick ADP values on this team across the board, but earlier in the day, this is pretty attainable.
Yeah, most notably the KPJ and Derek White as like big ADP fallers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Paulo was available at 9 like pretty routinely. Nobody really
Paulo
knew what to
finally
do.
returns to form there, joking about him being the Lakers era Julius Randle, and all it took was going to the Lakers to reignite that flame in him.
Dude, he just continues to be the most frustrating player in fantasy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's truly just what like. Yeah, I guess you just got to risk it for the Paulo biscuit, you know.
I mean, when he decides he wants to get after it with a 35% usage, he just does some nights. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, he had like a 75% true shooting last night. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Sure,
All
man.
right. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Two very different constructions there, but getting home equally. Very nice. Well done, gentlemen there. Yeah, Nezzy, you're up here. Tricky's up here. What else we got? Aaron's up there. Bash Barty's up there. Miso Tuna, pour one out for the Yusin, part of the community as well. Pour one out for the Miso Tuna being up here multiple times in the top 10 over the course of Dawg Bowl season.
I know, man. He's been up here like every single slate. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. The team, my closest team, 7th place, 290. Maxi, KPJ, Zion, Derek White, BI, dude. BI just absolutely just letting me down in the worst way.
Shot just wasn't falling last night for BI. I didn't watch any of that game, to be honest. I was jumping around some of the other games, and then I played hockey to close the evening out. So I didn't see the Portland game, and I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. But yeah, just the floor game from BI, like super floor game, which he's done that. So
yeah, and especially without Pirtle as well.
Yeah. Rip. Oh well.
Yeah, let's see your other one there.
Yeah, the other one, 287. No super duds, but Jarris Walker wasn't good. Like, this is a decent team by all accounts. Like Maxi, KPJ, Embiid, Klingon, Jarris Walker, Nick Claxton.
Man, the Claxton stuff was so tilting last night, just on a personal level here, because I wasn't playing on our site because I was playing the redacted stuff. And I got the notification that Claxton wasn't in the starting lineup. So I reran everything with Sharp in. And then I got an update after I reran everything, like 3 minutes later, that, clerical error, Claxton's back in, and had to rerun all my lineups again.
Did you get it in time?
Yeah, it was fine because of the window. But if there had been like an extra couple minutes, it would have been brutal.
There was a beat writer for Toronto that did the same thing, that said Scotty Barnes wasn't in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I did see that as well. Yeah.
Are these guys dumb, bro? Like,
yeah, Jacoby Walter in there or something.
Your only job is to cover the team.
Right. It's like, can we just get the starters correct, please?
You quite literally have one job.
Yeah. Some mad love from the chat here. The Hot Sizz rolling through 10 Badge Bros memberships. Appreciate you, my friend. He says he's excited to see everyone in LA next week. Drafted that team before JB got ruled out, so that helped the ADP falls. That makes perfect sense there. And then Johnny Footballs is joining back up here and drops off $20. Love what you boys do for the community unity. That's how I'm reading it. Community unity. I like that. The community is what I'm going with. See you in LA. Yeah, actually, we'll see you in San Diego, my friend. We'll see you in San Diego.
Yes, Johnny. Yeah. It's in LA, bro.
Good shit. While we were talking there, Nez, we got a hoops to start the day here. We got official stuff on Chet as doubtful, Hartenstein out, and Caruso as doubtful. Their second night of back-to-back. Tonight's the nationally televised one at Detroit there. And then we got a Draymond Q tag and a DeAnthony Melton out tag, so just limiting the player pool. I don't think anyone was really drafting Melton from our community. I think most of us thought that was an out, but he was in the high 20s there. So you're taking a player out. And now we take a first round player out in Donovan Mitchell here. You get a Q tag on James Harden. And then Evan Mobley, who had an ADP in the mid 20s there and was getting drafted with a high frequency, now has the out tag. So we've introduced ourselves to a Swapzilla slate today.
Yeah, for sure. Man, Do you think Harden plays?
I don't know. I hadn't really given it all that much thought up until this point in time.
Wouldn't it just be so annoying if he gets ruled out?
Yeah, to go Q tag out tags on the other guys, but then go Q tag on him, and then he not play.
Do you? Yeah, like would they maybe be waiting for like the KPJ news?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me give this a update here. I'm gonna pull up Unabated in a half second here and give it an update because they were 8.5-point favorites before the news dump. That has pivoted to 3.5 now. So still road favorites here, but from 8.5 down to 3.5. Huh. Yeah, very interesting. Kind of a wacky slate right now because, as you can see, you're showing your rankings right now with all the out tags and stuff like that. I'm thinking we got 5 or 6 swaps already right now.
Yeah, we got Spida, Mobley, Chet. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
So 4.
Okay. Yeah, little Jalen Tyson, Nuke, Dennis Schroeder, who was getting some of those the on-ball defense stuff last night. I watched a little bit of that game. They were clowning Keon Ellis because he had 2 like over-the-shoulder catches for breakaways, and he dropped all of them. And Reggie was saying he's not going to the combine this week for good reason. It's a pretty good bit. It was a pretty good bit. I respect it.
I thought they were going to call him Aguilar.
Yeah, nice. That's a good one. That would have been better. That's why you deserve to be in the booth. Yeah, I mean, give it much thought. It was a small cast ass intro. That's very much so.
You guys know I don't do any research.
Anything else to say on last night, my friend?
Nope. Let's turn the page.
All right, let's turn the page. Hat tip to Nez for playing well, but not getting there too in the top 10. Some other community members, we could say the same, but Johnny Footballs and the Hot Scissors lapping the field by, tens of fantasy points here, which is a huge margin in terms of our games and our game dynamics. 2 beautifully constructed teams and 2 different ways, illustrating like 2 completely different ways to win the exact same slate on our site. A board flip and a pull-up drafted later in the day. And then the other one was drafted earlier in the day, getting a little bit of ADP value and then still having a contrarian 6th rounder attached to it. So like two distinctly different ways to win on the same night, which is really cool.
It is. Yeah. That was a cool dichotomy there.
All right, Nezzy, let's do it. Gonna jump over to the beautiful Unabated interface to start things off here. As we were just talking about there, we got some of the injury reports coming through, but let me start with the overarching. Let me see. I had the wrong day pulled up here. The back-to-back stuff. So we got OKC on a back-to-back. We just got their injury report. We got Toronto on a back-to-back. Just got theirs with the Scotty Barnes Q tag. He did something to his hamstring in the 4th quarter of last night's game, I was reading, and then played through it. So the Q tag is actually like kind of real. It's not just second night of a back-to-back here, and maybe that Spurs 7.5 is trying to indicate something there.
They're calling it a quad injury, by the way.
Quad? Was it a quad?
A quad bruise, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew it's something leg. Sorry, what did I say? I fucked up.
Hamstring.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me. And we got Warriors versus the lowly Grizz team here on the second night of a back-to-back. We just got a little bit of their filing there. Don't know if it's everything. And then, as we just talked about, Cleveland and the Bucks both on back-to-backs here. These games actually pretty impactful for the Bucks here. I said it on the show with Zakarian the other day, and then JB said it on the ATR Paywall show yesterday when I was listening for a little bit there, that, man, these Bucks, low-key, not a terrible idea in the dance right now.
I know.
Giannis never be cheaper. KPJ can do the rates thing. Just taking 2 of them with your last 2 picks, like they have no reason to not play their way into a play-in game style situation, right? Because they have no incentive to further tank. They already have 25 wins or whatever it is. I think 20. Yeah, I think it's 25 or 26 wins. And it's just kind of like, hey, you get Giannis in a series, and who knows, maybe they could upset a fragile Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't love to see the Bucks necessarily.
No.
If Giannis is there. Don't talk about it too much. But yeah, I've done some Giannis in the dance.
Yeah, I respect it, man. That's a good shout. And then the other back-to-back is Boston this evening in Denver. JB has the Q tag there. Presumably he plays the second night of the back-to-back here, but Boston took care of business last night, and Derek White had a real one for the first time in forever. So yeah, we'll talk about all those dynamics, but just to reiterate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams on the back end back-to-back. That is Thunder, Raptors, Warriors, Cavs, Bucks, and Celtics. And then front end back-to-back, we have 3. We have Houston, who play in Orlando tomorrow. We have the Spurs, who are in Toronto tonight and go to in Brooklyn tomorrow. And then we have the Kings, who are, where are they tonight again? They are at Houston. So at Houston, but moving to Dallas tomorrow, second night of a back-to-back there. So 6 on the front end, 3 on the back end there. Anything else to say kind of on the macro there, Nez?
No. I might need a reminder of the first couple of teams that you said when we go through this, but yeah.
Okay, cool. First game up, OKC at Detroit. First of the nationally televised games there this evening. OKC on the back-to-back. Pistons coming off the game that was like the big showcase game of can they take care of business against the Spurs. The Tobias Harris dunk night, everybody's calling it.
Oh yeah, yep. Everybody's talking about it. 30 minutes of bullshit there, Tobias.
Can I let me make a macro Cade point right now? And I think this is I don't know if it's like, hey, we're number 1 team in the East and he's playing at like a fringe MVP level. Like, I want to give him the opportunity to be an MVP, okay? Because nationally televised against the Spurs in a spot where it's really easy to get into foul trouble against Wemby, he played with 5 for like the whole second half. And JB Bickerstaff just like let him out there and just let him be like, dude, be smart about it and let him go. I think that's really cool, really bullish, and just like a macro point about Cade that I just wanted to share, because not all coaching staffs do that. Not all trust levels in their players like that. I don't know what the takeaway is from it going forward, but I just wanted to share that with people that, like, even when he gets in foul trouble, they let him cook kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe he's going for MVP, maybe whatever, but I just wanted to share it.
Yeah, I think I might draft Cade next time.
Right. I mean, that's not really the takeaway. My takeaway would be juxtaposed to the entirety of the first round. If there's fringes of fragility on the pieces around him in the first round, it's a bullish sentiment to rank Cade ahead of them going forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give you that for sure.
That would kind of be like my thing. If you're dealing with like a tanking team versus the Pistons, or you're dealing with that would kind of be my mindset. Anyways, Thunder at Detroit tonight. Thunder with the doubtful tag on Alex Caruso, out tags on SGA, Hartenstein, AJ Mitchell, J-Dub, Jalen without the Y there, and then a doubtful tag on Chet as well. So, we're looking at a pretty thin Thunder team, and it's being reflected in the lobbies because people were jamming Case and Wallace when I was in there. People were jamming Jalen with a Y. I guess the hashtag models told them to push him up, and probably rightfully so there, because they're big time thin tonight. And then on the Pistons side, it's just beef stew. So some of that rim protection and one of the best defensive centers in the league, which keeps B-Ball Paul in our life again. So yeah, let's talk about the Thunder side first there, Nez, because I think there's a lot of moving pieces here now that we officially have some news to work off of.
Yeah, I mean, 10-point dogs, but these guys are going to play pretty close to pretty close to full. I don't think that they're going to get yanked off the floor unless it gets really, 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 really bad. But like, there's not a lot of bodies that you can even put out there, I just realized Buddy Boeheim is on the team. That's funny. Didn't know he was I didn't know he was an NBA caliber player. Yeah, I mean, for me tonight, I'm just looking at Kaysen, Jay Will, and Isaiah Joe.
Okay.
I really like Jay Will. I'm not sure how high he's going, but I really like Jay Will. You know, evergreen. When we get the opportunity to take Jalen Williams, I'm very much into it.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of got like a weird situation the last time that we were supposed to have a Jay Will game. Maybe it was against the Suns.
Yeah,
I forget which game that was.
I can try and find it for you.
Yeah, it was all these guys were out, and we didn't get the Jay Will. Like, I don't even think he started. It was like really, really strange.
What do you have a date for it? You said
I don't
Sun?
remember. Maybe the Suns. I saw minutes for the Suns.
How about
I only got the top 5 games, so
how about Brooklyn?
maybe Brooklyn.
That was the one where Chet had the Q tag, but Chet wound up playing, so maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't remember which game Chet missed because it would have been like probably a no Chet, no Hartenstein game.
Sure. Okay. I'll see if I can find it here for us as we go.
But yeah, I do anticipate him starting. I think he's a good pick. I'm not gonna, try to think about that weird situation. I'm gonna play Jay Will. I haven't drafted since all this news came out, so like I said, I don't know like where he's going frequently. But to eyeball it, like I think I would still take Kaysen Wallace over him, just because I mean, the Kaysen scoring stuff, like this isn't just like a guy getting hot. I think this is a team that is clearly like stripped down, to the bones, and they are, I think, relying on him and telling him to score, be the scorer. Like maybe it doesn't carry over tonight. It's not impossible. We're talking about a 2-game like back-to-back career nights for Kaysen Wallace here, but just the way that they look right now, man, like I think he's going to be tasked with a lot. The only downside is like this is a pretty tough matchup defensively for him. So like, don't sound like I'm in love with the spot, but like his role has been pretty awesome. And given the state of the team, I don't think that intention is going to change. So I like Kaysen. I'll take Jay Will like right behind him.
Okay. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think I would probably project Jay Will a little bit higher than Kaysen, but it's kind of hard to ignore what Kaysen's been doing recently. Yeah, we talked about Kaysen. Well, maybe it was like 3 weeks ago or something like that, where we were talking about the effects of like, hey, just because guys have been pigeonholed into certain roles with a team doesn't mean that those roles can change. Like, in baseball, like a guy can't just become like a 25 homer guy if he's a 0 pop guy. But in basketball, at some point in time, all these guys were a fucking bucket, right? Mm-hmm. Like regardless of their position, regardless of whatever, they were a fucking bucket, and they can get theirs when asked to do so. Kaysen has just been asked to be a 5th option and on-ball defense and play tough, hard defensive minutes and then hit a 3 on occasion or get a bunch of stocks. That's been his role. It's a good reminder that Kaysen could still hoop in a big way when they need scoring. Isaiah Joe falls into that same category in recent memory. Both of them filling it up right now. Yeah, no,
it's an evergreen point. It was funny. There was I just saw like a short form video for baseball, because you made a baseball comp of like every team's, I think, worst players batting average in high school. And it was all like 450, 500. James Outman in high school hit 306. Like, what was his competition?
He's playing in the toughest league ever.
Like, dude, you only hit 306 in high school? Come on, man. Like, knew he was hitting 306 in high school. What are we talking about?
I love it. Oh, man. Yeah, he was facing nothing but lefty flamethrowers the whole time.
James Paxton every half a season.
Yeah, exactly. Paxton pitched every game against him.
Yeah, this guy again? What the hell?
Oh, that's too real and relatable. All right, Nez. So just 3 guys for you there. Any love for like a Kendrick Scroll or an Aaron Wiggins or anything like that?
I mean, we used to like Wiggins, but he just like, I don't know. I'll have to like wait and see. But right now, I'm not really interested.
Mhm.
And then Kenrich has gotten minutes when these games came about. So I might mix in Kenrich here and there. I'm not going to completely say he's a no.
Okay. Cool. I like it. Maybe one or two more bodies available than previously here, but it's been a long time since both Chet and Hartenstein missed a game. So I couldn't really find that example that you were thinking of when like Jalen played off the bench. I do see one where Chet was out and he played the 4 and started at the 4. But the last time in which these guys like were kind of like white flagging a game was this game against the Spurs here, and it saw a starting lineup of Kendrick, Joe, Wiggins, Jalen, and Cason Wallace. So I imagine that's kind of similar to tonight. And then you add in, Topic and Jared McCain to this so that the extended run of these minutes, like all this like kind of tail end garbage time where he gets up to 39, even though, I mean, it was close enough. It was a 10-point game. I don't know. Maybe those kind of right tail minutes don't exist and they get capped at like 30, 31.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets really bad, I could see it, the minutes getting, hard capped. But they play tough too, like these bench guys can keep a game close even against the Pistons.
Okay. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, here's the other iteration of it where they don't. Oh no, that was with Chet. Fuck, I'm trying to find the game.
I know. I really want to find the one that I was, because like it was a game where like I was expecting like Aaron Wiggins to start. I think. Damn, why is this? I mean, there's only been a few.
Yeah, I mean, we can find the DMP filter here with no Chet. Yeah, it's been a long time with a no Chet game. Or I guess that's just DMPs. Yeah. I don't know. All right.
This is gonna bother the shit out of me.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain as well. Oh well. Other than that, I think it's just good there. Shout out to our guy Lackey's in chat here, dropping off 20 for the bros. Love to see it. Appreciate
okay.
the love, my friend.
What's good, dude?
Yeah, he reached out the other day. He's starting a new gig there, so go check out his X machine.
Thanks a lot, man.
Nez, let's talk about the Detroit side there.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit, as far as draftable pieces, it was only Caden Duran. I still think it is only Caden Duran, just because so much has opened up across the board for multiple teams that I don't know that Asar Thompson and Tobias Harris all of a sudden like get into our lives, because we now have a ton of like, there's so much shuffling right now that we have to do, that I have to do in terms of rankings and figuring out who's draftable and whatnot. But like, even with that, like it's going to be really hard to get to Asar and Tobias Harris today if these injury reports stay how they are.
Yeah, good points. Good points. I mean, like if Cleveland's dealing with like 10 or 11 guys and the Thunder are dealing with 10 or 11 guys on their roster, I'm not sure we want to go bench shopping or even like auxiliary scoring shopping for the Pistons for like veteran guys coming off of bad games like Tobias Harris, or even for like, I don't know, Dennis Jenkins or something to play garbage because they have like 13, 14 bodies. Like, you know what I mean? Like we could find minutes somewhere else than like deep diving. Hey, does Kevin Huerter finally sniff a rotation? Right? Like we just don't have to, right?
No, we don't.
Yeah. If I was going to throw my hat in the ring for like my favorite scroll here though, it'd be B-Ball Paul.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can play a little bit undersized here against a Jalen and Kendrick's front court. And I mean, not that like B-Ball Paul's like truly undersized. It's just like he's less of a traditional 5. Like he's kind of does a little bit of everything more. Like he's just fun to watch. Let's just leave it at that. But like he's not your prototypical like Mitch Robb just getting boards kind of guy. But I don't know, man. B-ball Paul could be fun if you get some extended minutes here, and the push pull would come at the expense of like Duran, where they take their foot off the gas in the third quarter because there's a little bit of blowout risk there. But the spread, even though they're removing a bunch of bodies, doesn't really indicate a ton of blowout run here because it's 10.5. It's not like this is a 17.5 kind of game.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, that game was on the 12th is what I'm thinking of. It was the first game that J-Dub didn't play and no Hartenstein. And they started Isaiah Joe and Kenrich Williams when I was expecting more of a Wiggins and Jay Will type of lineup. That was when that happened.
So we'll go back to this. That was against the Bucks on the 12th here. That was the Usman saying, dude, you know what? Last game before the All-Star break, too. And Chet was in for that one.
Right, but it was no Hartenstein and no J-Dub, so I was like, where the Joe and Kenrich spots were, I was like, oh, that's Aaron Wiggins and Jay Will. Like,
sure. I do remember this slate because Wiggins was my highest owned on that slate, too.
Yeah, against these Bucks, we were licking our chops, and then Usman revenge game went crazy.
Yeah. Okay, good shouts. All right, man, let's keep pushing here. Let's move on. I think we covered that one pretty well. Grizzlies and Warriors up here. Warriors are second night of the back-to-back, and Grizzlies are front end of the back-to-back here. We keep talking about the Grizzlies only playing 25, 26, 27 minutes, kind of like maxed. We talked about, who was it? Rupert Repair. I can never say his name right. The former Blazers guy. He led the team in minutes with 26 last time out. We're going to get Ty Jerome back this evening by the looks of it. So let me pull up the freshest of the injury reports here. 226.5, 3.5 to the Warriors on the road there. Warriors without Steph, without Jimmy, and without Kristaps Porzingis, also without Melton on the second night of the back-to-back, and then a Q tag on Draymond Green. Those are the most notable things. And then the Grizzlies side, no Santi Aldama, no KCP. Only guy to call his own number is KCP. Brandon Clark, Cedric Coward, Edie, and John Morant all listed as out there. And then slow-mo, Kyle Anderson has a Q tag, which would affect the 5 rotation there. So, yeah, man, let's talk about the Memphis side here first, because I kind of led with the whole, hey man, everybody's only playing 25 minutes, and you're getting Ty Jerome, who's like a super high usage guy, back into the fold here, who's been killing it in 22-minute stints.
Yeah, can we look up the starting lineup on the 21st against Miami?
Yes, we can.
Because I think that obviously would be helpful. Like, now these guys are only playing 25 minutes, but I am just kind of curious. Mostly if like Scottie Pippen was playing alongside him for that. I think he was.
On the 21st against Miami, 136 to 120. We get a Walter Clayton Jr., Wells, OMP, Hendricks, and Jerome start. And then there's very little overlap between Scottie and Ty Jerome. They're basically 1 for 1, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. And then this slight closing stint, they had about 3 minutes of overlap, something like that. Gigi Jackson played off the bench and went 25 minutes. He hasn't played off the bench since.
Look at these fucking minutes, dude. Oh my
God.
It never gets like not frustrating as shit. Like you have like some guys are better than others, and you can play them more. This isn't fucking Little League. Like you can play your good players more often.
Sure, yeah.
Holy shit, bro. Yeah, I like Ty Jerome just because he has good usage. But man, oh man, the rest of this is just like impossible. / I don't think I want to guess. Don't think you have to guess. We need guys out. Like the Javon Small call was more of like a, hey, we got missing body. Ty Jerome got the late Q tag. That took place. It was easier to kind of like get there. I got nothing here other than like Ty Jerome. I don't even want Gigi Jackson tonight. Like, you got anything else other than like Ty Jerome?
I did take Gigi once. in the hopes that, he starts. But Kyle Anderson does really throw a wrench in that because this team is so undersized, man. Like, they don't have any fives. Like, Taylor Hendricks is their biggest body dude, and he's like, what, 6'9", 6'8", something like that. Like, they're playing like OMP, Taylor Hendricks, and slow-mo at the 5. And, they were playing some Meshack backup 1 at the 5 as well. Like, this team is so undersized. It's crazy. I guess you can kind of tell yourself the story that you want to play some minutes from one of the bigger bodied guys because they have to stay out there. But, like, does it even matter? Like, no. Like,
it doesn't.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's just, I want the 2 high usage guys, and that's Gigi and Ty. And yeah.
Yep. And I don't even want Gigi that much. We'll see after I redo these ranks, but it's just Ty Jerome. Fuck this team, dude. I was cracking up when I saw this.
It's true. We can't be doing
it's all right. This is gonna be real fucking quick, I promise.
This is worse, right? Like, the dark mode's worse.
It is worse.
Yeah, like, I thought it would be better for sure, but
no, it's not bad. There's a lot of contrast with the light mode, which is nice. If it was just straight light mode in your face, like all white, all in text, then it'd be bad. But it's
yeah. Fun. Any like thesis? Like, this doesn't even seem like a wave the white flag, and then there's like a large chunk of garbage time because this is actually kind of a close game in terms of like the spread. So it doesn't even feel like a, hey, we can just jam Javon Small and hopefully he plays a bunch off the bench. Like, he's a really good rates guy and he's a lot of fun. Like 40 actual fantasy points last time out on 21 points, but it's just kind of like, I want to get excited about him on the nights where like Ty Jerome's not there and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. I've got nothing.
Okay, cool. Warriors side of things here. Guy Santos, man, shouted him out yesterday. How I just wanted to say he's playing good basketball. The people in the chat are telling me that it's Pod's birthday as well there. So if you want to go back to the Pods, second night of a back-to-back here, he's playing some nice big minutes and has a really, dominant role right now in the absence of some other guys. Moses Moody was getting some big-time coach love after the game, and he's got 39 and 33 fantasy points in back-to-back alongside north of 33 minutes in both of those. Al Horford will come back into our lives this evening. Who's your favorite of the bunch here? Do you like guys here?
Yeah, I mean, I like Pods. I don't know that I'm drafting him over the Rockets like Jabari.
Sure.
But he's a pretty good pick, man. I don't know, I'm gonna mix him up. I want to be like a little over the field on Brandon Pajemski, like maybe like 18-20%. So got to figure out how to do that. Kind of upset that I talked myself off him last night whenever I was on him so heavy in the layup line. Not that it would have, I mean, it might have mattered. If I took him over Brandon Ingram, I'd probably be pretty happy. But at any rate, no Melton, like you said. I think Draymond's got a Q tag as well. So I like Guy. I like Moses Moody. And then Al Horford was showing up in projections as somebody that was clickable. So we'll see how the Draymond injury, pans out. But I mean, even if Draymond is in or out, like they can't make Al Horford play 30 minutes, can they? Like
no, he'll be capped in this like 26, 27. But as you guys can see, like 46 fantasy points and nobody's drafting him last time out against Denver with these 26. He's got they might be old legs, but he's the freshest of legs on the back-to-back there. I think Spencer and Horford are both worth a scroll tonight without Melton and without Draymond Green.
Yeah. You like Spencer?
I mean, just the brothers versus brothers narrative, and might start at the 1, but I wouldn't say I love it, but like I could see the path to him playing 28 tonight and putting up a okay score in the last round. I think I'd rank it like this though. Yeah,
I would too. Guy's, not so much of a secret right now. He's projecting very, very well. People are on it. So I don't know how much I'm going to chase it, but I do like him.
Okay. Sounds good. I mean, there's no size on the other side, right?
Right. Yeah, like you said.
We just illustrated like all of that, and it's just kind of like, he's been playing really good ball recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Guy born? I mean, like, Guy's not the biggest dude in the world either, but I think he's like, what, 6'8"? Probably
I think he's
something
from
like that.
Greece.
Greece? See. Brazil. Wow. All right. Brazil.
That was probably insensitive in some way or form, what I said.
Today we learned. All right, dude, let's keep pushing here. Raptors at home, second night of the back-to-back. We talked about the Scotty quad, and then he played through it for the fourth, and then now has a Q tag coming into today. They held out Jakob Poeltl last night. He will be in there tonight. This is a 229.5 here. Wemby coming to town. A revenge game for Jakob Poeltl there, and 7.5 by way of the Spurs on the road here. Nice to see the Spurs minutes in a tight game against Detroit that they cared about kind of like push a little bit higher. But G Leaguers listed out here, and then Mason Plumlee on the reconditioning stint there. And then on the other side, G Leaguers out, and then Scotty Bolaway with the Q tag. So relatively clean in this one there, Nez. Let's start with Toronto first, just so we could talk about BI ripping your heart out.
Sure. Scotty Q tag. They gave them this Q tag like as soon as the game was over. It felt like it's like, okay, all right, Scotty's Q tomorrow, which felt pretty ominous. He's gonna, I think, be a game time decision. I mean, I think if he was out, they would have probably just went ahead and ruled him out. I've been kind of fading him a little bit. I truly have no idea if he plays or not, but like I think if he does not play, and it's clearly like at, I don't know, like 50-50, let's call it right now. It's a pretty big deal for these Raptors, right? Like I think a lot changes in projection, and a lot of guys, the BI and IQ and RJ just like look so much better if Scotty misses. They're sort of priced like it, but also like not really. Like RJ is not priced as though Scotty might miss right now. So
sure, yeah.
I think the best bet is to take, these guys that are priced as though it isn't 50-50. Right now. So I like RJ and I like IQ a lot at their current ADPs. Like, and just like, hey, if they miss, like this is not even hedged. I don't think on a shitty 6-game slate. I don't think these guys are even hedged. Like this just feels like bad ADPs to me.
Okay, nice. All right, good shouts on that end. I mean, Spurs pretty good defensively, like just in general, and it's kind of gross attacking Wemby at the rim there, but like both these guys can shoot. You can get some perimeter scoring here. The Scotty missing tonight, would you swap to anyone from Toronto or no?
Am I crazy for thinking like CMB is like a little interesting if Scotty doesn't play?
I mean, no, I don't think you're crazy. I don't know. Do you think they start him or do they start Walter?
Walter has started in the past, I think, but
yeah, No, I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy because Jakob Poeltl's on a minutes limit, right? Like he's only going to play like 25. He might even play off the bench. So you have the out that CMB could start at the 5. Then you also have the out that CMB could start alongside Jakob Poeltl at the 4, but then have overlap plus the second unit stint. It's also a revenge game for Sandro. This is a double revenge game here for the 5s, Sandro and Poeltl.
Wow, that's right.
Double revenge game for the 5s, and we want to play the other one.
Sandro's been like way phased out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe not, but I was just thinking about it, like his size, being Scotty, out of the picture. Do they play CMB? I like CMB, so just in general.
Okay, I respect it. Yeah, 30 minutes last night without Jakob Poeltl. How does that translate to this evening? We will see. Let's talk about the Spurs then, dude. Is Wemby the 102 for you tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you have a lean between Castle and Fox?
Castle, always Castle.
Yeah, just does more in the assist department and the auxiliary stat department. I will say Fox had like a pretty nice real life basketball game, and the usage was really encouraging last time against Detroit. Obviously, it's a tough defense, but the shot just wasn't falling. So this box score could have been a lot nicer last time out, but he got his last time out. But yeah. Anybody else draftable here, man? Because we got, Vassell hit a whole bunch of threes last time out. I think he hit 7. He hit 7 threes last time against Detroit there, played 36 minutes, wound up closing that game because of how well he was playing, 38 fantasy points. I don't know. Champagne, Cornette played like backup 5, but then got banged up, so his minutes were really limited. I don't know. Keldon, if you want to play scoring off the bench, is any of this viable?
Not for me. Like, maybe you got something, but nah, I don't want any of those guys.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I you can always play like mean projection, Champagne or Vassell, and just hope that some shots fall in your favor. But like, what's the true ceiling? Like 36 fantasy points, and this is probably not the spot for it.
I don't think so.
All right, let's keep rolling. Bucks and Cavs. Oops, sorry. Bucks and Cavs are up next here. 222 total in this one. 3 by way of the Cavs there. Both of these teams on back-end back-to-backs. We just got the injury report for Cleveland that says no Mobley and no Donovan Mitchell. And then the chat is telling me that the injury on Harden and the designation on Harden, this Q tag, is legit. It is a fracture, hand fracture or thumb fracture?
Thumb fracture, displaced fracture of the thumb, per the Cleveland Cavaliers Twitter.
So you have Mobley presumably out on minutes limit or whatever. And then you have Donnie out for right groin strain. You got to tell me that, I mean, at least it's his offhand as a lefty, but you got to tell me a right thumb fracture is more warranting of an out tag than a Q tag for the right groin. I don't know.
I don't understand why these NBA teams are just fucking bored, bro. I moved. Do I even have Harden ranked right now? I mean, since that news dropped, I'll put Harden rank 20, just to just for the off chance, but he's not playing, right?
I don't know. Yeah, thumb fracture, pending severity. Do you tape it up? I mean, you dribble with both hands, I don't know. That seems like a no-fly zone for me on the second night of a back-to-back for sure, right? That seems like you got to wear a brace, you got to tape it, you got to. I'm thinking of BI. BI was the guy who had the thumb fracture and missed 4 games, right? And then came back with it all taped up, right?
I thought that was RJ.
One of them, yeah. I can't remember. But it was same thesis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's playing basketball tonight.
Why don't these teams consider the draft game dynamics of what's happening here?
Comfrey saying he just took him at 24 a minute ago, but yeah, no way. Yeah, I mean, that seems fine from a thesis standpoint.
Yeah, get a couple 24s and sayonara.
Yeah. Yeah, you can live with the swaps there. Okay, yeah, rest of that injury report. So the out tags, and then Strus is out as well there. And then the Bucks have submitted, so nothing's come down the pipeline for KPJ and that sort of stuff. And Bucks trying to win basketball games right now. Giannis back practicing. He has the out tag there. His brother has the out tag, and then Taurean Prince has the out tag. So the usual report on the Bucks side. Let's talk about the dynamics of the Cavs this evening then. So you're going to be missing all these guys. Let me give that a refresh. Who comes into play here, man? We haven't seen this iteration of the Cavs missing these bodies before. So it's going to be interesting to talk through. We can look at the rotation from last night, but Jared Allen presumably starts at the 5. Jalen Tyson, who's had, a nice year here, he probably absorbs more of a scoring and lead handling kind of role. But you're going to introduce more handling to the first unit with presumably Dennis Schroeder, maybe some Keon Ellis in there, and then 1 or 2 of Morel/Wade. So yeah, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I really like Schroeder is like the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
I really like Jalen Tyson. Allen obviously is a really good play.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as like round 6 guys, like I think Keon Ellis is definitely like in the conversation. I don't think he's like a smash,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he's in the conversation. Uh, we probably have to think once or twice about Craig Porter Jr. Maybe not. Is he?
Okay.
He's got a 0 projection. Is he like even on the team? Yeah. He played 2 minutes last night.
Yeah.
So like given the lack of bodies and how he's he's been a good scorer before, but maybe they're just like completely done with him. I know a lot of Cavaliers fans were like ecstatic that he doesn't have to see the floor anymore. So maybe he's just like not an option. But on most slates like this, prior to the trade deadline, we would probably be talking about Craig Porter Jr. here.
Yeah, prior to the trade deadline, for sure, we would be. Yes.
Yeah, but now with Schroeder and Ellis here, maybe that's just like not a thing. But I don't know. Just wanted to mention him. And then the last one for a huge scroll down, is this guy going to see minutes without Mobley and lack of bodies? One time for Naquan Tomlin.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, probably needs some forward depth, but it'll probably be at like, okay, this is how I see it. I see this as like a 3-man rotation, this Morel, Tomlin, and Wade. I see Tyson playing a lot of minutes. I see Allen starting. I see Schroeder starting. So I would be doing, and then Kevin Porter Jr. as like 6th-ish man, 7th man, something like that. So I think
Gary, aka Kevin, aka Craig.
Yeah. Gary Porter Jr., baby. Yeah, so I think if Harden doesn't go, like right now, I think Tyson's draftable either way. Schroeder's draftable either way. We're kind of treating Harden as out. I don't think you want Wade or Morel, but like one of them can get hot from 3. Most likely Wade is the most, like look at this. 5 stocks last time out, can contribute a little bit, multiple categories at least.
I would have typically liked Morel over Wade, but
yeah,
I don't want either of those guys.
Tomlin's a defensive
dude.
end.
Tomlin is so sick. He belongs on those like 2000s Pistons teams.
Yeah. There you go. Here, Tomlin and Bobby Portis getting in a fight in the second.
I'm just saying that's my John call of the day. Just like I want to make sure that I said his name, and then whenever he pops up with 25 fantasy points, I can say, "Hey, I told you, Naquan Tomlin, man, 13 boards."
Right. I respect it so much. I think the rates guy that would be fun is Craig, aka Kevin, aka Gary. Like that's like the fun rates guy. I think the guys that are going to get jammed right now will be Allen, Tyson, and Schroeder.
Yeah,
Schroeder, I always screwed up too. That's one that I struggle with every time. And then I listen to the broadcasts and I'm like, hey, you screwed it up. And he's been in the league for like 20 years and I still screw it up. Reflection of my intelligence. All right, dude. I think we did that side due diligence there, and I think we're both playing Harden is out right now. I have no idea why it's a Q tag, but who knows? Who knows?
Stupid as fuck. Yeah.
Kevin Porter Jr. is definitely a smash. He's definitely interesting. He's playing all the minutes in all the world. He can score. He can do everything. He can assist. He's a walking bucket. He put up 58 last night. What else can be said? I was always right, and everybody else was always wrong on the Ryan Rollins plus Kevin Porter Jr. debate. Now with the rest of this, is there anybody else to get excited about?
No.
Okay.
Simply put, no.
Yeah. I mean,
Those two are fun though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ryan Rollins, capital letters is fine. He's going to be like a decent projecting play. Hopefully, you catch lightning in a bottle with that right tail outcome that we saw against the Pelicans there. Yeah, both of them are good enough plays. I don't know. Maybe leave the light on for Cam Thomas, just flame throwing off the bench, second night of a back to back. But yeah, and then there's just too much cannibalization of like Sims, Portis, and Turner, and like running too many guys in there. I mean, Dang got cut out. I don't know if he came back in last night. It was only garbage time run for him before that. But let's take a look at last night just real quick for my own research purposes here. Bucks take care of business last night. They run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 last night. Dang gets back in there and plays 22. Okay, so he got cut out before and then plays a decent chunk, which comes at the expense of Turner, who had no fouls but gets played off the floor. And then they roll with Sims because they love Sims. And then they do some Bobby Portis and Dang mixed in there. So yeah, man, I don't know. I can't really tell myself a story to get to any of the auxiliary guys here. I used to love playing Bobby, but I don't know. They just love playing 4/5 bodies between the 5 and the 4, and it's the handling that we want.
Yeah, I mean, right, they're making it pretty easy for us right now. Like we don't have to really touch anybody other than KPJ or Rollins, really.
Okay. I mean, I venture to guess there's like this is a good matchup for so-and-so, but I think it's just good for the handling. And that means it's probably good for Cam Thomas flame throwing off the bench too.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one that I would maybe consider.
Yeah. More of a redacted play, but with a flat 36 ADP, like if he just comes off the bench and gets is enough, like on a 6-game slate, where we're dealing with like so much fragility in the 4th round onward. We're taking like fucking Guy Santos on a back-to-back and we're jamming, Jalen Williams. Like, is it that crazy to just be like, hey, 22 minutes of Cam Thomas can win you the slate in the last round?
Yes. Because those guys play 35 minutes.
Okay. All right.
One thing to say on KPJ, revenge game.
Ooh, nice.
And I thought he'd get a Q tag, so
Cover boy. KPJ cover boy, huh?
Risky.
All right, dude. We got Rockets and Kings here. This one's going to be really interesting because the Kings played their vets again, and maybe it was because they wanted to break the streak and finally win a game, and then they did it, and now they go back to the tanking out loud, or maybe they see, hey, this is the Rockets. They're 14-point favorites. Hey, we can just go ahead and play Russ and DeMar 30 minutes here and still lose the game. So who knows? Rockets are 14-point favorites here. No Amen Thompson in this one. Another 222-point total here. The injury report is as follows. On the Kings side, no Dylan Cardwell yet again. Devin Carter has the Q tag there. DeAndre Hunter is out. Or DeAndre Hunter. I always do that. DeAndre Hunter is out. Zach LaVine is out. Sabonis is out. That's about it on that side. And then Jayshawn Tate is out on the other side. Steven Adams done for the year. Amen Thompson, who I already said, is out. And then Fred VanVleet is out working his way back. So let's talk about the Rockets side here. There's 2 going really high, and then there's 2 in the middle rounds, and then Reed Shepherd in the last round. Did the market finally get it right with Jabari over Tari here, Nez? Is this a good spot for these guys?
The projections are, they're Japanese soldier memeing Tari Eason, man. Like, I like him today. I don't like him over Jabari, but I do like him today. Like, I think Amen is a really, really interesting player to remove from this Rockets team because he kind of does a little bit of everything. Like, he's ball handling, so you can take him out and throw in and Reed. Like assume, we get some Reed Shepard, but maybe they just start a Kogi and just piss everybody off. But like you assume a usage bump for Reed.
They hate Reed Shepard, bro.
They do hate Reed Shepard, but like you gotta start Reed Shepard tonight. You gotta, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You gotta. But
you would think
funnier shit has happened. The driving, like you kind of changed the offense a little bit. Not that like a ton of it was going through Amen, but like, it's just like so much opens up without Amen. And I think it's great for Şengün. I think it's pretty great for KD.
Okay.
Jabari, I just think it's like he's just a very interesting piece to remove from this team that we haven't really seen before whenever they're fully healthy. And I typically like, 5 Rockets a slate, when it's shallow enough. And it's the same thing here. Like I like the top 5 here a lot. I like them all against this Kings team. They play really, really short with this. They don't play deep at all.
Sure.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Now we get it. Now we remove Amen. Now we get the Kings. Like this should be pretty fucking fun, man. Like, let's see how Tari Eason can underperform again tonight.
I like it. Even against the Jazz there, they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the starting 5. Then they played 6, 7, and then garbage time, basically. Oh, a Kogi mixed in 8. So, yeah, they basically played, and then Capella back up 5 for 10 minutes. So they basically keep it to 9, and then Crawford, I just realized I'm not sharing. Crawford and Aaron Holiday are just garbage time guys. So they basically keep it to 9, and now you're taking 29 minutes of Amen out. And they played DFS in that stretch and didn't close with Reed, but that was because we hit garbage time. Yeah. Yeah, man, they're pretty tight. So even when they're playing a team that they were like, 10 to 14 point favorites over and won by 20, everyone got into those 30s and those 35s there. So a lot to like with Rockets starters here, all from the matchup, the spread, the removing of Amen. This is good spot for everybody, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, I like them all. I like them all. Late Reed Shepard's pretty fun, man. Like whether or not he starts or not, I don't think really matters because he's going to have to play a little bit more. And against the Kings, like, Ime might be able to let him cook a little bit.
I think he has to start. I don't see like a lead handler out here. I see 3 wings and a big.
Yeah, like would a Kogi potentially be an option?
Yeah, like a Kogi would be the other option, you would think, and I just don't think. I think you need the handling of Reed instead of a Kogi. Like a Kogi's kind of like a shooting guard, small forward hybrid kind of guy. Yeah. Point Şengün. There you go.
All right, so Unabated gave us an update on James Harden.
And
40%. They said average missed time for players with distal phalanx non-displaced fracture that avoids surgery is 6.5 games, also known as 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. All right. So we nailed it with our bro science assessment of the RJ situation and the BI stuff.
It took geniuses like us to come to the conclusion that a dude with a broken thumb, probably not going to play.
Yeah. Broken thumb in a game where you use your hands the entirety of the fucking game.
Ideally.
Oh, good shit. All right. Yeah. Good thing we talked through that. Is there anybody else from the Rockets that's draftable?
Not for me.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, there's going to be potentially some garbage time here, but it's just not worth chasing on this slate. Just play the starters, and we assume Reed Shepard starts.
Yeah, the one question I'd have for you is Şengün or Jaylen Brown?
JB. I like JB a lot tonight. JB was like my guy tonight. When I was looking at it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's close.
Yep.
I think it's pretty close, but yeah.
All right, let's talk about the other side here. Kings, man, do you think they, play their vets tonight? I think Keegan's minutes are pretty safe. He fell flat on his face last time out. It's not a good matchup really for anybody unless you're going for the handler who's going to hunt Reed Shepherd, and that's assuming Reed Shepherd starts. So maybe it's a good matchup for Russ hunting Reed, and you could tell yourself a story in the last round that if Russ plays 30 and he's hunting Reed Shepherd, that we could see something similar to what we saw in that Memphis game. But it's a far bridge to cross if you think the Kings on the front end, let me just confirm, that the Kings on the front end are going to play like all their starters. Like,
who do they play tomorrow?
Dallas. In Dallas.
Okay. So you're 15-point dogs as a tanking team tonight on the front end of a back-to-back facing a bad team tomorrow.
Yeah.
It would be pretty convenient to play your good players and then rest them tomorrow against the team that you could probably have a chance at beating.
I agree with you. They haven't done this yet, really. These guys play every game, but they don't play every game. They don't do like the Q tag out situation that we deal with other teams, which is like it's equally annoying, but it's just being mindful of. But like, I think, yes, you're right. I think tonight would be like the 28 to 30 minute for Russ, DeMar. Keegan plays 35. Maxime plays 25 to 28. And then, Precious, like, unstoppable force, immovable object, blah, blah, blah. Like, get Christie keeping Precious off the floor is fucking impossible. He's just going to jam Precious for 36 minutes, no matter what the situation here. So, yeah, I think I think it's probably a play your vets on the front end and ethically lose, and then tomorrow is the Plowden, Neat Clifford, play all the minutes kind of night.
Do you like Precious over Reynaud?
No.
Okay.
I think Reynaud is fine tonight. I mean, I'm stung by Keegan because I played like 55% of him the other night when I thought he was a good play on the short slate. He could shoot the three, but I think I'd rather play Russ in the last round and DeMar in the last round tonight.
Yeah, I like DeMar. I'd probably rank it, by ADP, Maxime, Keegan, and DeMar. DeMar seems to be like safer in terms of minutes. Like Russ will get benched, DeMar will stay out there.
Okay, yeah, sure. I like that thesis. Yeah, I think if you told me to rank the minutes, I would go Keegan, Renaud, DeRozan, Russ. Yeah. If you wanted me to rank my favorite like spot and who to attack with, it'd be Russ hunting Reed. Yeah. And then because I think the wing matchup, even though you take Amen off, like the Terror Twins matchup for Keegan and DeRozan and KD mixing into that doesn't feel great.
Right.
Like I don't really like old ass DeMar DeRozan shooting mid-range jumpers against Jabari and Tari all night. Like I don't fucking want that at all in my life.
I never want it, really.
Yeah. Can we play anything else here? Like Precious almost broke the slate on the 3-gamer there. He was like 5% owned with 40 fantasy points. Yeah, I don't know. Devin Carter could come back into our lives and fuck up this whole Westbrook thesis I have. Neek could play 35 no matter what.
Yeah, maybe Neek. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I hate the Kings. I'm not going to draft anybody on the Kings if I can help it.
I think the Kings are going to be a lot easier to play tomorrow night than tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. For sure.
All right, dude. Let's keep pumping here. Last game on the slate there. Celtics and Nuggets. We got that JBQ tag turned to an available tag while we've been talking. 3.5 by way of the Nuggets at home here. Second night of the back-to-back for the Celtics. A 229.5 here. injury report as follows is Jamal Murray listed with the probable tag, Aaron Gore and Julian Strother listed with the probable tag, and then out tags on Peyton Watson, Jalen Pickett, and Aaron Gordon. And then on the Celtics side, out tags on Amari Williams and just G Leaguers and then Jason Tatum. So pretty clean all around here. Probable tags pretty encouraging for Jamal there. I'm not concerned about that. So yeah, thoughts on anyone draftable on Denver, not named Joker, not named Jamal?
Not for me, no.
Okay.
Pretty easy.
Okay. I mean, like, one of these nights, like, one of these guys is going to matter in the last round on, like, a low-scoring night, but I think we're going to have enough, like, quote-unquote value to get to just be like, yeah, Christian Brown's 28, 29 fantasy points doesn't matter tonight in the last round.
Yeah, it's really got to be a short slate.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that was easy. Joker's 101 tonight, and where are you taking Jamal?
Where do I have him? I was taking him ahead of KPJ before the injury report because I was, obviously concerned about KPJ missing and or getting hit with a Q tag and falling later.
Okay.
Now I got KPJ over him, but that's it. That's the only player I have over him by ADP.
All right, sounds good to me. And then we'll go to the Boston side here, dude. So JB sits out the front end, gets the back end tonight. We saw Derek White go nuke last night. Presumably this moves Peyton Pritchard back to the bench role where he can just flame throw off the bench. Hat tip to us for recognizing yesterday's role not as strong, even though we were removing JB. Vooch still continues to play off the bench and, split this 48 with Keita. So probably not playing any of the fives, but it looks like a really nice matchup for all three of these guys for catch and shoot. I think all three of these guys could get hot from three tonight. Who do you like?
I like Derek White. Obviously I like Jaylen Brown. I like Derek. Derek White finally had a good game without Jaylen Brown. Of course, I wasn't there for it in the capacity of which I was in slates prior. But Derek White, good player. I like him when JB's on the floor. Honestly, he's much easier to project, in my opinion. Peyton Pritchard off the bench been solid. It's just these three for me. Peyton Pritchard's a little bit tougher of a click, in my opinion. Even Derek White is because I like Jared Allen over Derek White.
Okay.
I have Scotty behind Derek White, but if Scotty gets ruled out like right now, I'd probably take Ingram over White. Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah. Okay. Tough. So Sorry, I'm just playing catch up mentally there for a second. So you would take BI without Scotty over Derek White with JB in. Okay.
Yeah. Peyton Pritchard's a more difficult rank. I have Castle over him.
Okay.
And I think that's it right now. Is the only player behind him I have over him.
Okay. All right. I respect it, dude. What about Vooch in the last round?
Dude, they're just not using him.
Yeah. It's full bench roll, like 18 minutes or whatever. Like 18, 22, stuff like that.
Yeah. Sucks for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 19 last night.
Yeah.
All right,
I wish he was more fun, but that's it.
All right.
This is gonna be fun, like raw dogging this, no ranks.
Yeah, no ranks, bro. Let's get it. We got the solver draft assist in here, can help me out a little bit, but my first look at projections right now in real time. Out on Harden. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun draft because we got no friends and family in here right now, unless you guys say what up. But looking at the screen names right now, we got a couple red Badgers, we got a couple no Badgers. We might be able to fuck around, find out here. Like
That's
how
fun.
high is too high for the Super Scrolls?
This could be interesting. Yeah.
not gonna queue them all up right now, but I got a
Yeah.
mental checklist of guys
No,
right
no,
now.
no. We know who to, yeah, don't no free game. No free game.
Yeah. No, this is kind of evergreen when we talk about like the trying to win, the probability of these pick'ems and stuff. Like we only make them when things are popping for us at like isolated moments where it's like we can get ahead of something right now, because most of the numbers are pretty efficient, and it's like a lot of guesswork right now when we don't definitively know who's playing at like times, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
and
JB goes ahead.
oof.
You like Sengun more than Kevin Durant tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, solver score was 100 on KD because I have the projection variance set to crazy mode right now. What up, GA? Hockey back tonight, so is GA.
Dude, I tweeted a funny quote from Manoa, and I'm like trying to figure out if this is what he actually said, and I think he actually did say this.
From who? Sorry.
Alec Manoa said that he was a big part of the Blue Jays World Series run. I was a very big piece of that process, getting to that World Series run.
This guy fucking delusional.
Buddy, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Nez, I think you like Kevin Porter Jr. over Jamal tonight.
I think so, man. Don't you think he's gonna cook?
I love Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, not for his actions away from the basketball court, but
you love him and all his faults.
I love him and all his flaws. No, I like Kevin Porter Jr. I like watching Kevin Porter Jr. I like playing him in fantasy. I am a Kevin Porter Jr. respector only on the basketball court. I actually don't even remember what he did.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about it. We only care about fantasy points.
Okay, deal. Jared Allen going at 10 now.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
BI going ahead of Scotty at 11 here.
Would you take Jared Allen at 10?
Nope. But I get why.
Like, Jared Allen's an interesting guy because it's not like he assumes a whole lot more projection based on those injuries.
Yeah. Pods. Jabari.
This room is wild.
Rollins goes there. We could take Scotty Bull away with the Q tag.
Yeah, like what do you think? You could probably get some good swaps in this room.
Yeah, I'll take Scotty.
You know, like I bet there's going to be some undrafted guys that you don't mind swapping at that pick.
Yeah, I think probably at. I think I got some nice. These guys are, making some moves out here.
Who? Our draft opponents?
Yeah, these guys are showing off.
A little bit.
Casso Pritchard go there. Tari's fine. IQ thesis is more if Scotty doesn't play. Kaysen's good. Guy Santos is good. Fox is good. Who do you like?
I take Tari here.
You like Tari more than Fox when we have Sengun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without Amen, man. Yeah, I like Tari.
Okay.
Fox is just like there's not a lot of ceiling on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I admittedly hand up kind of like Fox tonight.
What about it?
I really liked the role in a competitive game last time out, and I think a lot of the Spurs like overarching stuff has been marred by the fact that they've been forced into blowout like pretty early, and then when they finally played a competitive game last time out, it was just like the shot wasn't falling.
Okay.
So I don't love the fact that like probably sees a lot of Jamal Shad on ball, which is less than desirable. And I probably still like Castle more, but I could tell myself a story about De'Aaron Fox in a 5 or 6 point, 7 point spread game.
Okay. That's fair.
IQ goes, RJ goes. There's the Cason Wallace treatment, Maxime Renault, Guy Santos, Isaiah Joe. Can he keep up his flame throwing abilities right now? Shooting the lights out every damn night. I got a player in mind here. If this guy doesn't take him, I wonder if we're thinking about the same player. Oh, it was Jalen with a Y, and this guy took Jalen with a Y. So these guys are cooking. They're ball knowers, man. Ty Jerome's here. Reed Shepard would be a third Houston Rocket. We could play the Russ and or DeMar DeRozan narrative on the other side. We could play Tyson with no. What do you think about Tyson?
I'm cool with Tyson. Yeah.
All right. Play Tyson on the other side of Kevin Porter Jr. and we play like the Harden's out narrative.
Yeah, I mean, Reed is probably just a bit too much for this team. Like 3 Rockets is just doesn't seem like a good move. Would have also been down for Ty Jerome too, but Tyson's a pretty fun click here, man. He's assumed a pretty large role when these guys miss, but it's just a new look team now, so I'm sure it's not quite as fruitful, but
how do you want to end this one off, dude? We could do the Dennis Schroeder stuff and get ahead of the Harden stuff.
Dennis Schroeder's like a smash here.
Yeah, even with Tyson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. You like him more than Sacramento piece?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, kind of an interesting thesis here would be like playing one of the Sacramento pieces alongside like a team that you have double Houston. Like, what do you think, like, game environment stackage stuff today? Like, you like, I don't know. I guess Houston's really easy to pair together, like just teammates, but you don't necessarily have to play something on the other side.
Yeah, like, I mean, I end up getting a lot of Houston just because I think that they're just like my favorite team tonight. So I end up pairing a lot of those guys because I just think the rotation is going to be super tight. Cleveland and Milwaukee's a pretty fun game stack too.
Okay.
Where you end up getting, if you do like KPJ, Rollins, Tyson, Schroeder, something like that, like I think that's pretty fun.
Okay. Sounds good. Nezzy takes, you want to do one more of those, or do you want to move into MLB time?
I think you got to just get into the dinger. I gotta dip it in 30 minutes, but right. I will happily lead you down the right path.
Oh, impossible. All right. 81st dinger. Is that how the math works? Wow, we snap filled it already.
This is your 81st.
I think so, right?
I am close to entering. I've entered 97 dingers, 98 dingers.
98 dingers.
I have 26 ongoing slows.
Yeah, maybe.
But I stopped entering slows.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to do as many slows the rest of the way. Plus, I don't want to get caught on those like 4-hour and 1-hour clocks. That was kind of unfortunate that it snap filled, but we still somehow have some friends and family in here, so that's good. Brad's in here with us. Chris is in here with us.
It's pretty much our friends and family, like at any given time.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. Hydrobroni's saying exactly this. He's like waiting through the entire NBA segment just for a snap-filled dinger is so brutal. All right. Let's make this fucking work.
Oh, my God.
Go. We're going double dingers. Double dingers. 8 more people. 8 more people. Double dingers. Let's get it.
You are in over your head.
I am in over my head. We're going to be using the active tab. We're going to be screwing it up. Don't worry. Actually, you know what? shameless little plug for my friends and family here. I have not experimented with it yet, and I have not, but I've seen the light, and I've heard about the answer key, and I've heard that the answer key is free, and that is at easydfs.xyz. There's a free underdog overlay for my baseball drafting friends. It would probably really help me with this multi-table endeavor here, Nez. But yeah. So there you go. There we go. Beastworth's in this one. Easy's in here. Matt Olson or Sam Olson's in
Matt
here.
Olson.
Matt Murphy's in here. You love this. There's the Mile High Jabroni himself. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do this in the active tab, I think. Or maybe it's better to do 2 tabs. I think I'm going to 2 tab it today.
And just switch back and forth Ray Allen style.
Yeah, because the reason doing the active tab would be a little less desirable is the fact that I have all these fucking slows in the way that I'm going to like miss it. You know, I know I'm going to miss a pick, right?
You don't have to know that you're going to miss a pick. You can just not miss a pick.
Okay, relax, pal. What do you think? I'm on the clock in both spots, dude. It's already happening. All right. So we get the 101 because we are a good man. We are a good man. We man of the people, and we get rewarded with the 101. Nez is going to tell me, don't screw this up, man. Take Aaron Judge over Shohei Ohtani. Should I?
Do you want the best right-handed hitter in baseball of all time?
No, I want the best left-handed one.
So lame, dude. Aaron Judge is... You're the reason why Aaron Judge is the most underrated player in baseball. Freudian slip there.
Nez, I have been kind of soft fading Carroll, despite there being like some decent news and whatnot that maybe he's going to be ready, that sort of deal. So, but I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm going to take my 30-30 from Julio here.
Before you make your next pick, John, I got a baseball card in the mail the other day. This is like very cheap for this, but little Braxton Ashcraft, one of my favorite 20th round picks. Little auto. You know what's kind of fucked up though? Yeah, it's a signed card. You get a little piece of jersey there. Like, that's cool. On the back, the enclosed memorabilia is not from any specific game or event.
Oh,
so you're just like putting a piece of jersey in there for the fuck of it, like
right? Yeah, it's like you didn't even wear it. Nez, who do you like here, dude?
Jordan.
You like Jordan more than Brent Rooker right now?
I think so.
Yeah, I respect it. Brent Rooker, it pains me to kind of say it. He's a little oatmeal-y for the first round or second round.
I do worry about old Brent Rooker.
Like he's a good social media follow. He's a good hitter. He's a good real life player. He's in a good park with presumably a half decent lineup. But, you know, is he this average guy, like in terms of batting average, or is he a pure homers guy? Or is he now this kind of like hybrid guy? Or is there some risk in his portfolio of like, he's the guy that got DFA'd by the Twins 3 years ago, like, you know, or 4 years ago or whatever. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I do like, you know, it is. I mean, 3 straight seasons of 30 home runs is very nice. But like, you know, he's probably not going to slug 560 again. He is 31, which is not bad, you know, for a hitter. That's pretty, you know, that's a good age to be. But like, you know, in terms of like, you know, hey, if we could 140 games of Jordan versus 150 games of Brent Rooker, you know, just to like as an example, I think you're going to take Jordan like every time.
Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I have I'm a little spooked on Brent Rooker, even though he's been really good the last 3 years.
I think it's just because you're buying the top now. It's kind of like Jarren Duran last year.
You definitely missed a pick on the other draft, by the way.
No, we're good.
No, we were 101. Sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead. You said it's not Jarren Duran.
Yeah, like it kind of feels like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like we're buying the top. Where it's like, hey, we used to get Rooker in like the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. It was cool when the breakout happened. And now it's like we're buying for that production, and like we're not really sure what the ceiling is. Because the ceiling isn't as clean as like 50 home runs. Like, like you can tell yourself a story. We're almost up on the other one here. We had 2 pitchers going earlier than usual. Chris is in both drafts as well, so he's sick with it.
He's
Roman
been grinding
Anthony
today.
Say again?
He was in all my drafts this morning too.
Oh yeah. I put Wyatt Langford on the cover for fun there. What do you normally do with your 101 teams here? Because this is kind of the usual fall.
I take Crochet.
Oh, interesting. I never take Crochet.
Really?
So yeah.
I just think it's like it's such an easy tack on. Like if you're going to take a picture early, you might as well do it when you have one of the best hitters in baseball, where you can like sneak through, less bats in the early rounds. And then after this, man, I do a lot of Cal Raleigh. I do a lot of Wyatt Langford.
Good with either. Who would you like on this roster?
Sue Cal.
All right. Sounds fun to me. Put 2 1,700 fantasy point scorers together and put maybe the best pitcher in baseball alongside it. So that's a pretty interesting start there. Jump back to the other draft here because we are closer to being up there. This was the Julio and Jordan start.
Have you seen in the baseball chat in Discord, like Easy does this like simulator of the pods and like provides an EV of the teams and everything, and like kind of gives a little micro analysis.
I was scared to ask where to find that and how to do it. So I never asked, but I've seen the graphics a couple of times and I was too embarrassed to be like, how do I not know about this? So I was waiting for you to explain it.
You just pop out your draft board, Control A, copy the whole thing and like copy it, and then you can paste it and just like tag him, and then he'll provide you the dashboard or like the little like recap.
Oh, cool.
But I mean, it's kind of obvious, but it is crazy, like how OP Ohtani and Judge are, and how heavily like it's they're so massively important in his sims.
Okay.
And then, but kind of interesting too, like the third most important player in his sims based on like his data and stuff. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Easy is Ketel Marte.
Hey, the people were making fun of my exposures this morning. He's way
Not
up
for Ketel Marte.
He's way up there.
That's the one thing that you did right.
I think I did a lot right. We'll see.
Yeah. They weren't that bad.
No.
They weren't bad.
As we're about to be up here, the usual suspects have kind of fallen there. I think getting Randy Arozarena with a Julio team seems kind of fun. I don't think it's a combo that I have yet, to be honest. So just stacking that up seems easy.
Yeah, fun stack. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I have found myself taking a lot of like Jackson Morrell in this range as like a potential breakout. Cody Bellinger, I kind of do with my Yankee stacks, but not a ton other than that. I think there's some systemic risk for sure in Ketel Marte and that team just being bad. But like, if everybody's healthy, Ketel Marte feels like really good and just perennially undervalued.
He's really good, dude. He's really good. I take him quite a bit.
We have the Freddie Freeman, Ketel Marte, and Bryce Harper debate here. We could also go outfield again. I think I would lean on one of these infielders. Mookie Betts bounce back.
Any one of these top 3 infielders are great picks.
All right, let's keep it rolling with Ketel. Are you team like distinctly like Freddie Freeman over Betts?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Betts could bounce back, and a lot of talk about how sick he was last year, and that contributed to his lack of production. But he kind of slipped the year before that too, even. And Freddie Freeman, just definition of a professional ass hitter. I just think he's just going to age like fine wine, and with the Dodgers, and awesome lineup. Yeah,
he's going to age like Joey Votto, where like he's just such a good hitter with such good plate discipline that he'll just reinvent ways to stay relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's still good.
Oh shit, I'm on the other draft. Oh, here we go. All right, so we got to make these ones quick here. The Teo stack is pretty chalky. Trey Turner just is a fun name to click. I probably wouldn't go pitcher again after already going one. Who do you like?
I'd probably do Teo.
Okay.
I know it's chalky, but it's a pretty good stack.
Yep. And then what would we do with the next one?
I don't do like a ton of Trey Turner, but probably fine.
All right, let's do it. I don't do a ton of Trey Turner either, but like kind of weird that he got left off that World Baseball Classic team after he was like so impactful before that and like had like a pretty decent year. But I guess
that is interesting.
Maybe the team's just loaded at shortstop, but
yeah, it must be just a log jam.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you just got to close your eyes and be like, why don't we just take the dude who keeps reinventing himself? And like, even when he doesn't hit 20 home runs, then all of a sudden he steals 35 bags again. And he used to steal 50 bags. And what if he just, keeps running and his legs are fine?
Everybody thought feels like he's on the wrong end of that though.
Yeah. Everybody thought he was going to age poorly. And that's why nobody wanted to give him like the big long-term deal. And then he just kind of like brings all the sprint speed in the world back last year. And it's kind of like, oh, I guess we could still trust Trey Turner to run,
Yeah, he's just like, he's interesting just because like he's not like a physical specimen. He's getting older, kind of feels like he's like past his prime. So just really worry about like things like really turning south for Trey, even though they kind of already did, and then he bounced back, somewhat. It scares me.
The 1v1 of him versus Zach Neto, especially in like roto leagues, is like really interesting because it's kind of like
the future is now.
Yeah, right. The future is now. Zach Neto, bad team, bad lineup, presumably, maybe not that bad, but then you get like the perennial all-star in good lineup on the other side of the coin. There, it's a really interesting debate.
It is, man. Trey Turner used to be like a top 3 fantasy pick.
Sure,
in category leagues.
Yeah. I'm going to jump back over to the other board here. This is the Julio, Jordan, and Arozarena start. Marte tacked on to that. Wow, look at this. Griff gets a fall on Trey Turner there and does this super Phillies stack. That's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Korver, cool. Harper, Turner. That's a good start for Griff.
Yeah, I like that.
I haven't fucked
Stacking's so much fun, dude. I just love to stack in baseball. It's just probably do it too much.
Nez, we have the aforementioned Zach Neto there. We have the O'Neal Cruz potential breakout / comeback. I've never drafted Logan Webb before. Jose Altuve stacks. Who do you like?
Altuve or Neto for this team?
All right, let's do Neto.
We'll see.
I was listening to the team preview stuff on Rates and Barrels. Like I was just kind of like working my way through some of them, and I haven't got like all the way through or whatever. But the Houston one I'm really interested in because, they got a logjam in the outfield. They have the DH spot taken away because Jordan has to play DH. Like I don't really know what Houston's going to look like. They talked about trading Isak Paredes all year long, and then
they have to trade him.
Well, he's got nowhere to play.
We have to trade him.
Yeah. O'Neal Cruz goes there. Butler goes. Stowers goes. And now Logan Webb goes. I never take Profar. Jose Altuve's still there if we want to stack it. We could start our staff. We could stack Mike Trout with Zach Neto. Who's your favorite of this bunch?
Trout or Altuve for this team?
Who do you prefer?
Probably Altuve.
All right, let's do it.
I'm not loving Mike Trout trying to play center field.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? Like that, I feel like that was such a big part of his problems. Like the dude's already injury prone. Why are we making him run around even more? Like, come on, man. Like sometimes you gotta reel in, gotta reel in these guys. They don't know that, Mike Trout still thinks he's 20 years old.
Yeah, I feel that. What do you like here, Nez? My mind goes, I haven't taken much Willy Adames. I would normally take a pitcher and an outfielder here, but it would probably be Luis Robert Jr. But who do you take here?
Jesus Christ. Hunter Green, normally.
Okay. And you like Hunter Green more than Dylan Cease?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Cease has more health on his side, but Hunter Green is the better pitcher in a vacuum, I think.
Yeah, Hunter Green's amongst one of my highest owned that I shared this morning there. So I really like Hunter Green. And then what do you lean into here?
This is tough, man. I don't really have like a favorite here, but I do like the pitching that's on the board. Easy's got me drafting Willie Adames. Your boy Toolshed is here, but man, he's risky.
Let's take the tool shed. I haven't taken a ton of Willie Adames. I think if you weren't with me right there, I wouldn't have taken a pitcher at all there. I would have taken just because like we do the crochet thing. Like I never kind of like overspend. So I would have done Luis Robert and I would have done Willie Adames there. Once we take the pitcher, I don't want to take a third. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. It's just tough because like Hunter Green is just such a smash if he's pitching 180 innings.
Yeah.
Like if Hunter Green does, and I understand this is like bullish 75 percentile outcome. If he is pitching 180 innings, like he's a third round pick.
Yeah.
He's throwing 220 strikeouts minimum if he's throwing 180 innings.
Yeah. He's like better Yamamoto or like
yeah.
Better
for fantasy.
I mean, that's why I take him so much and that's why I draft him. It's just like I just don't give pitching the right credence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never build with like upper echelon aces. Maybe I just got to start, getting over that and getting used to some different builds and stuff. But like, yeah, I find myself building a lot more like this team that we're building than the first team that we're building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm mostly the same way.
Yep.
But yeah, if Hunter Green's on the board, he's most likely the guy for me, just based on the dudes around him.
Okay.
Like who's most likely to like way overperform this current pick that I'm making? I feel like it's Hunter Green almost like every time, based on the guys that are around there.
Yeah, I do agree with you in that regard for sure.
Yeah, it's like a weird tier of players.
Yeah, Seager's kind of in that conversation for me too, but that's like the health angle as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what you're going to tell me to do here because I have like a pretty clear what I would do, I think. I think if Adames came back, I would have lobbied for him because once I saw Easy was really in on him and I have like none, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I should be getting
He really likes the Giants.
Who do you like, Nez?
Probably a pitcher.
Okay.
But Seager's really cheap too. I'm really worried about his health. I take a lot of Framber Valdez.
Yeah, I like it, dude. This is where I take Framber almost like every time. And I take him over like when I don't take him over Sale every time, but I take him over Sale when he's like my first starting pitcher.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Framber, man. I take him all the time.
Sale comes back to us, as does Max Fried, aka Fried. I was surprised to see how high Eno was on him. I don't really love anybody else. I'd be really happy to just double tap pitcher here, to be honest.
Yeah, let's take Sale. He just got paid. He just got paid a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, my age, and he's signing an extension before the season starts.
Yeah,
kind of bullish.
Must be in good health.
Him and I, different bills of health, eh? We're gonna be up here in 5 picks on the other one as well. So I'll flip back over to the other board there. This one I think has more of the friends and family in it.
Yeah, this is the second one.
Yeah. So this is the 1011 with Otani and Teo. Jack Caglione goes there. There was a sweet video going around of his home run swing the other day. Just a reminder of how effing hard he can hit the ball when he chooses to.
I know, man. He's a tough one to like. You really just kind of have to like put on the rose-colored glasses and have some fun with Cags, because like he could be insanely valuable this year.
Okay. All right. So Andy Paz comes back to us if we want it. Willem Contreras could have 600 plate appearances as a catcher. Kirby, Pivetta. I'm kind of out on Joe Ryan with the injury stuff recently. What do you like here?
Let's do Adolis. We got Trey Turner here.
Sure.
Let's play Adolis in a good lineup. Good organization. Maybe they can help him out some.
Yep.
And then Paje stacks. William Contreras is, good hitter, but I do find him like kind of boring.
Okay.
I prefer Michael Busch or Pajes here.
Okay, well, let's do Pies because we got the super Dodger thing here, and then we can add one more Dodger later, whether it's Muncy or Will Smith.
I like this. Yeah, and I like this outfield room that we have because it's like Ohtani and then just like 4 pretty risky guys
right
after him. Like, kind of fun, like I definitely don't build the whole plane out of guys that like could be heroes or zeros, but like this team could kick some serious ass.
Yeah, no, it definitely could. I think the reason mentally with like my 101s and my 102s that I don't ever take Crochet, and you talked me into Crochet there, and is because of this pocket that we just got served.
Yeah.
Like we just, and maybe that's why I don't take Green mentally after I take Crochet. Not that there's anything wrong with either of those decisions, but like just mentally, I'm like, why take Green here when I could take Kirby here instead of one of these sketchier outfielders? And then I could have like Roman Anthony at 24, or I could have Langford at 24,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's good to like mix and match and like have your portfolio and, do some different things and some different builds and stuff. But I think like what I've been doing has been kind of like leave the Crochet there and then start with Hunter Green. And then instead of having the Pajes and Adolis guys here, I would end up with Kirby here or something. Yeah. And it's like stability. Kirby I view as a little bit more stable to go alongside my Hunter Green than some of those other guys. But I don't know. Maybe my mindset's wrong. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I think doing the Crochet with Ohtani, you just really have the ability to dominate like 2 categories, right? Like you've got anchor Ohtani and like anchor Crochet, and if Hunter Green hits too, like we're passing up on some like nice pitching pockets.
Sure.
But if those 2 are hitting, man, I mean, damn near every week, like you have the highest scoring pitching score in the pod.
Right. Yeah. Like if Ohtani's the guy you need in week 1 of the playoff round and you roll a 2-start Crochet, like it's probably curtains for a lot of pods.
Yeah. Like that's like what you're looking for. Like who's got those 2.
Right. Yeah.
Which it will exist, across the tournament a lot, but obviously in the finals, not necessarily guaranteed to be chalk. But yeah, I just like the ability of like, okay, like when you have Ohtani or Judge, it's not just like having a high scoring outfielder. It's the ability to win other positions. Like you can really take detours at outfield because you're just holding it down with like 1.5 players essentially at one spot.
Yeah, no, yeah, good shouts all around. This is an interesting portion of the board. I really wanted Mackenzie Gore there. Like I love
Mackenzie Gore.
I like the floor ceiling of him with like Frommer sandwiching, Sale. These guys are, Bradish and McLean are a little bit more ceiling. Who do you like here?
Yandy.
Ooh. I think I have 0 Yandy.
Ooh. It's not too late.
Yeah, I think I have 0 Yandy.
It's not too late.
I think I would take Chapman over Yandy there. I don't know. Maybe that's just a little too player takey. Oh, we're going to have some rapid fire here, Nez. This is when shit's getting tricky. We'll talk about Yandy in a second. Okay, we got a 2-2-5 here. Fuck, we're back up on the other one.
Okay.
This is where shit gets bad.
I don't mind McLean.
All right, let's do it. We're on the clock on the other one. We'll talk about the decisions after. 5 outfield. Doyle to end the outfield.
Yeah, that's fine. Take a Rocky guy.
Yeah, kind of like a boring Band-Aid to the high ceiling stuff. If you take Cruz again, it's just another ceiling.
Yeah, and then I like you, Savage. I like Michael King. I like Robbie Ray for pitching. Infield wise, like Munataka is like a upside swing, literally.
All right, let's do you, Savage. I haven't taken you, Savage, once yet, so let's do it.
Yeah, I think he might be really good.
Yeah, I mean, he looked incredible, and I don't know, like he looked incredible in the postseason. He looked incredible in the World Series and stuff. I think it's a little smoke and mirrors gimmicky, if that makes sense. Like he has an elite splitter on a team that is really good at poaching splitters, and he has a really funky arm angle. I don't know if that's something that can get figured out, but it does feel also a little one-trick pony-ish, like kind of like the
fastball slider splitter, but it's nasty. It's really good. It's really good. But yeah, I feel you. The one thing I gotta go, but dude, Yandy is just like so underappreciated, underrated. This dude has been awesome since like 2020. Like since he's been in the league, straight up. Like he's just been good. Nothing expects to change for him. Like the only problem is like he doesn't hit like 30. He doesn't hit 30 home runs, but he will probably hit 20 home runs. He doesn't strike out. Walks a decent amount. Like I don't know. He's just really good oatmeal. He's sexy oatmeal.
Sexy oatmeal. Oh, things your boy would never say. Only Nez.
The one thing is you're not getting a bad pick with Yandy. Like maybe you're missing a league winner, but you're not getting a bad pick.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like floor in and amongst like your lineup for sure. I don't know. I hate the park. He hits the ball on the line and on the ground too much for my liking. I like the lift guys, but you bring up some good points about like leading off and stuff like that. I don't know. He had 25 homers last year, but like 2 of the 3 years before that was like under 20.
Yeah, you're not drafting for homers for sure. He's just good ball player. All right. Good luck with these 2 drafts,
Thank
brother.
You. I'm gonna
see you guys in the lobbies. Dawg Bowl tomorrow. Let's get it. You got this.
All right. See you another takes. Now we can get the good plays. Okay. 3-3-4 with like Anchor Frommer, 2 kind of like, Sale's like amazing when he's healthy and we just pray for health. Nolan McLean, I'm excited to watch in the World Baseball Classic because I haven't seen a ton of them. So I don't know, sandwiching like those 2 kind of like ceiling arms, let's call them, with like Luis Castillo here would feel fine. Jeremy Pena is a guy that I never ever draft, like ever, but he does fit our Houston stack. But we can also just take Christian Walker later. Luis Castillo is just like so boring, but he might come back to us too. Let's take it. I think we just need like a stable innings eating arm that has like decent ratios to sandwich this McLean plus Sale. I've really started to notice pitcher dropping off. Like I shop in this middle tier like a lot, and then I kind of like have 3 arms or 4 arms at the back end that I like, and then they like fall off a cliff to me. All right, so Pena gets taken from us, which is unfortunate. Joel's telling me it's one of the best ADPs on the board. I mean, yes and no. I don't know. if you agree with the power assessment and that he can be like 2020 guy for sure. He's been training in Vancouver because his wife's on the Canadian national team. My buddies saw him a couple times. Let's take Murakami. I haven't taken him at all. Let's click the name to have fun. Also, because we're almost up in 2 picks on the other draft. It's interesting drafting with Nez because like it gets you into different patterns than like I was accustomed to before, which is good. Like I would just never ever take Yandy because I'm just like, I can find Yandy somewhere else, you know? Again, I can find Yandy in the 18th round. Maybe it's a little sketchier, but like, yeah. Ryan Pepio is nice and boring and safe. Ranger Suarez has a little bit more ceiling. Let's take Ryan Pepio here. And then, man, I hate this little pocket of infielders, but I guess we'll take some boring ass Marcus Semien oatmeal to go alongside our Luis Robert Jr. stack. Seems okay. Don't love it. Don't love it. Eggers is telling me there's a hoops. What's the hoops? I don't see a hoops. Is it actually hoops? What up, Jewish McCaffrey rolling through? James Harden could sit out Wednesday, but plans to play through hand fracture moving forward. Interesting. Well, it's his non-shooting hand. That's the nice thing we can say. His usage rate has been so far down compared to like the Cleveland stuff. We talked about it on yesterday's show and like why I wasn't into him yesterday in the Dawg Bowl. That's interesting. So maybe it's not as crazy as we thought to be scooping up that Q tag. I want to take a look at like other people's teams, but it's like hard for me to keep up when we're like about to be on the clock in different spots and stuff. Trying to think of some other guys that I like. Like I've been getting kind of bullish in the slow drafts right now on like Garrett Cole. Like just everyone saying he looks like Garrett Cole of old and I don't know, coming back from the TJ and stuff like that. Like just he's going to be a horse if they let him, and no reason to think that type of profile doesn't try to be a horse. So I had like a lot of like Evaldi and stuff like this early where I was like, okay, that's my safe innings eater in this middle range. But now I'm starting to pivot a little bit to like pulling up Garrett Cole. I don't know if it's good or not. Kind of just vibing out here. All right, what else are we working with here? Gotta make sure I'm okay. So we took the Murakami swing. I did talk about getting Christian Walker back, but we also could take Colson Montgomery and stack that up. There's other Houston bats if the Pena drafter takes him away from us. So let's do a fun little Chicago White Sox stack there. Other draft, we're 5 picks away here. Already done at outfield in that one. You're not going to take 7 after spending 6 spots that early. Emmett Sheehan goes there. Suarez goes. We got 4 pitchers. Man, if we miss this pocket of pitching, we might fall like way behind. But we're going to risk it. We're going to risk it for the Christian Walker stack and be maybe done at infield and then do some late stuff. Kind of an abnormal structure for me of 4-6-4. other draft, we got the 4-3-6 going. I think there's probably one pretty easy pick here. And then the other one would potentially set up a backstack for us. But we might want to take a pitcher. I'm looking at 2 infielders right now. All right, let's make this a late pitcher build. I think you just take Tovar with Doyle after making the Doyle bet. And then you take let's take Moto. He homered yesterday. Let's see if he's good. Hits in front of Vlad all year long. And then we could find, a Toronto backstack with him with Barger if we want it. Because I like Barger. I like the hitting profiles. And maybe this is like a little bit evergreen. But I like the hitting profiles of Barger and Matt Wallner. And those are 2 like late guys that I take at a decent frequency. Obviously been doing the Matt McLean stuff as well. Actually, while we have a little bit of a break in the action, let me get the board off the screen for a second so I know how many picks we're 10 picks away, 9 picks away. Let's go to the drafts. Go to the completed ones. 41 drafts, 41 dingers done. Burns, McLean, Trout, Kirby, Seager, Hunter Green, Wallner, Barger. I'm getting scared a little bit of this Lawrence Butler because of the knee tendonitis and surgery in the other knee. Shane Boz has a ceiling shot. Logan Gilbert's a little bit of floor / ceiling, I guess. But the forearm strain is a little bit scary. Framber Valdez feels good. Gunnar, I love. Matt Olson just feels mispriced. Yeah, and then some ceiling shot guys in King, Strider, Fernando Tatis Jr., O'Neal Cruz. I kind of like my exposures. I don't know. Maybe I'm on an island here, but I kind of like my exposures, guys. All right. I just realized that I was sharing the wrong screen that whole time. Also, awesome. Great stuff, John. Sharing your exposures without sharing your exposures. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. 2 picks away. This is the 4-6-4 team. Other one is the Ohtani team that is 11 picks away. This one, we definitely need some pitching. We're probably done at infield. We got some backstack outfielders available in Arizona, Tampa Bay. Yeah, we got some backstack outfielders available for that team. So that's fine. Shane Boz goes there. Garrett Cole comes back to us. I'm trying to scoop up some Garrett Cole bags right now. Whether I'm right on it or not, who knows? But everything I'm hearing about Garrett Cole is amazing. And even if he's 80% the pitcher that he once was, and he just tries to stay healthy, like he is not SP 50 whatever, Anthony Santander is completely off my board. Chase the Lauder's kind of fine on this build. Mickey Moniak is fine on this build as well. I think I like Moniak. Let's start scrolling, guys. Fuck this shit. Everybody takes all the same players. Let's take Josh Lowe. Fuck, Wallner got in there. Okay, we'll take him next time. Everybody drafts all the same players. And once we're in these like back end tiers, like we'll just go for the back stacks. Jets is asking who I like late. I would rank. I'm not a Shanwell guy. Like, I don't think Nolan's like all that good a hitter. I'm a Josh Lowe guy. All right, we're almost up on the clock in the other one. This is the 4-5-6. We're done at outfield after spending so much capital on it early. I love it when a plan comes together because Addison Barger comes back to us as intended. So we're going to take Addison Barger here and stack him up with Okamoto. So that's a good one. And then I think we got to take a pitcher. I'm done with Pablo. Merrill Kelly not being ready for the start of the season. This like kind of comes back to my thesis about pitching, guys, that I shop in that middle tier because it does fall off a cliff here. I think Bubic is fine. I'm out on Pablo. Obviously, he's done. Shane McClanahan is okay. Dude, I think Cade Horton, it's a little oatmeal-y as like a portfolio or as like a profile, but like Cade Horton could lead the Cubs in innings this year and be like one of their best players, and nobody would bat an eye. If he didn't get hurt at the tail end of last year, he probably would have been the NL Rookie of the Year. The other one that nobody's really talking about, and I don't like drafting injured pitchers, but like, man, Justin Steele's free. Just saying. If he's back in May, like nobody's drafting Justin Steele. Like maybe there's a little bit of a slow ramp up, but we're talking about a guy who was like a Cy Young contender and started an All-Star game. I don't know. You could do worse. Dat Mavis telling me for the Dom Canzone scroll. Dude, I'm a little scared on how playing time is going to shake out in the outfield for the Mariners. The Mariners have like a little bit of a log jam with like a couple things here. So like now with Brendan Donovan playing second base or third base, we'll see. But like, let's say he plays second base, right? I don't know, because Cole Young can play second base. Brandon Donovan can play third. Like JP Crawford isn't good anymore, but he's going to play short. Like I think they're better off with Emerson playing short. Is Emerson in the player pool? There he is. Colt Emerson's better off playing short. Like he's the future. You could put Ryan Bliss at second base as well and gives you a little bit of speed. Like there's a lot of moving pieces in Seattle. And the problem with the platoon outfield situation is you have like two left-handed guys who are like the same, Rayleigh and Calzone, but Rayleigh's a better defender. Sorry, now I'm losing my train of thought. We got to make this pick. Should we just take Cade Horton again? Let's take Chandler Simpson. Okay, let's take Cade Horton first. My plan with I haven't taken Yandy a single time, and I haven't taken Chandler Simpson a single time. So we could just stack those two together. Did we lose out on the Josh Lowe? Okay, we could do the Josh Lowe with Neto. I like that better. Okay. We're okay there. We're okay. All right. Josh Lowe goes there for us. I like this team a lot better than the Ohtani team. Like a lot better. Even though I'm not in love with Yandy and the White Sox stack here. I'm not in love with that, but at least there's a little bit of ceiling in the White Sox stack. But this is going to probably just be a 6 outfield build after kind of righting the ship a little bit there. Okay. We'll kind of do a more thorough breakdown of the teams when we're done here. Drafting 2 is proving harder than anticipated. Yes, I like Logan O'Hoppe. He went to Driveline. He hits the ball so effing hard. I was joking in the Discord the other day when Nez is hyping Ryan O'Hearn. Like, why draft Ryan O'Hearn when you can just draft Logan O'Hoppe? Yeah, but the Mariners, like, outfield situation, you have Canzone, who's like a good power lefty. You have Victor Robles, who they gave the 3-year deal to and is probably the best defender and is right-handed. You have Rob Refschneider, who's a lefty killer and has to be in the lineup against lefties, or else there's no point in him being on the roster. And then Luke Raley is like a better glove version of Canzone. So it's a big logjam. It's a logjam. I think we just got a slam pitcher here. Nez showed us the Ashcraft card and said he liked Ashcraft, so why not? And Grayson Rodriguez getting some buzz, getting some steam recently. So let's go ahead and take Grayson. He was hitting like 98 yesterday in his start. Maybe he's back. Who knows? This is kind of a fragile way to end a pitching staff. And then I think our last pick will be a stacked infielder. I think all the Dodgers ones were gone because I was going to take Will Smith or Max Muncy, and they were both gone. So, yeah. Nobody ever takes Tommy Edmonds, but I'm not sure he's going to get enough to matter. Yeah, the other positive with Steele is he's a best ball guy himself. Yeah, you love to see it. Juice McCaffrey says 3% Trout doesn't feel great. But what's a realistic higher or lower on games played for him? If I was building projections, 116. That's like the first number that comes to my mind. If I was building projections, 160. I don't know, man. Mike Trout did show a huge decline last year, too. Even though he stayed the healthiest that he had stayed in like 4 years or whatever, he showed a huge decline last year. And the strikeout rate is like through the roof. Okay, we're going to be up in 4 picks here to round out this team. Man, this team's way better in my opinion. Like way better. We're going to do one more starter for sure. Wow, Aranda went. Wow, that was going to be Aranda was going to be my tack on Tampa Bay. Huh. Okay. Now we got to come up with a new plan. Let's take Grayson again. We just want to take like a ceiling arm at the back end here. I mean, maybe we could scroll further than that. Zebby Matthews might have a rotation spot. Brian Bellows is getting, big time buzz out of camp of looking half decent. Never Sean Manaea. Brandon Pfaadt. I mean, I was super in on it last year, but feels bad. Let's buy a little Grayson hype train. Like at one point in time, he was like, can't miss best pitching prospect in baseball. Then he just got hurt and now he comes back and he's throwing hard. Like, let's just take it in the last round and see what happens. I think we have like a pretty good, like balanced staff here, to be honest. So like taking him feels fine. Isak Paredes, if he stays on the Astros, would be like an easy stack partner here. Jordan Westberg has all the health concerns and he's still on the board here. Not for me. Seattle, we could stack on Donovan. No, he's gone. Angels, we could stack on O'Hoppe. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's stack on O'Hoppe. I don't know. I don't love catchers like just in a vacuum. But if you're going to stack on like a power hitting 4-hole guy, may as well put it on to the everyday shortstop Neto, who's going to hit second, right? Michael say not sexy, but Bassett late round to round out a pitching staff was pretty good innings. Has been one that he's been doing a lot. I like it, man. I like it. My Bassett exposure hasn't come through yet because it's all in tandem with the it's all in tandem with my slow drafts right now, but I've been doing that the same. I basically pivoted my stance on Merrill Kelly as my like oatmeal back end innings eater guy to Chris Bassett. Okay, we will break down this team in full in 1 second. We are going to make our picks in the other one. Beast Murph takes Nolan Schanuel there. Like Schanuel to me is just like, he's so oatmeal-y. Like he's just, He hits lefties okay as like a lefty, but like there's not much speed, there's not much power. Like he's not long to be like he's like a replacement level like big league first baseman, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I get the stackability. This is gonna be an infielder. I'm trying to think of someone like fun and sexy to get to. Like who could we scroll to in Colorado? Zach Veen with all the muscle. They don't really have good infield back stacks. Man. Is Jorge Polanco gone? He's gone. Fuck. We're going to get timed out by not paying attention here. Let's take a fucking fuck. Damn it. Anthony Santander, 7th outfielder. At least he stacks with Addison Barger and Okamoto. Fuck. That's what happens when you're trying to talk, stream, and do multiple drafts at the same time. Fuck, that sucks. All right. Hopefully he comes back for the last month of the season and he's the guy you need. 7-6-7 build there. Damn it, man. That was unfortunate. Who else was still available? Like Bryson Stott? Nope. I'm trying to think of like stack guys on the fly. No Dodgers are available. Like Tommy Edman, maybe? But nobody wants to play Tommy Edman. He's not going to be ready for opening day. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, Michael's right. You know, I just got to do my rankings to make sure those guys are completely out of it. Okay, let's take a look here. So, a couple things. Let me go do 2 things. Okay, so stream draft number 1. Stream draft number 1 was from the, what is that? The 10 hole, the 1.10. We pass on Corbin Carroll because I'm a little scared right now. I can get some Carroll exposure later if the timeline looks better. They are not ruling out opening day, and it sounds bullish, but I really like this start. I really like this like 6-player start, but in particular 5-player start. This Julio, Jordan, Rosarena comes back to us, so we get a kind of a unique stack there. Ketel Marte is one of my highest owned. Zach Neto, I really like. Just a 2020 guy who's going to play every year, is still young, has some stuff to untap there. I probably, if Nez wasn't here, I would have passed on Altuve. I might have stacked Trout, but I might have started my pitching staff there with a more ceiling arm than like Framber Valdez. But this worked out really nicely because we get Framber and then we get our ceiling opportunity in Sale. Yandy Diaz, I get it. He's a projection darling. He's whatever. He hit 25 home runs last year. He leads off for an okay Rays team. I don't know. Maybe he gets more RBIs this year because Chandler Simpson leads off in front of him. I don't think Yandy is it, man. I'm out on Yandy this year. Maybe we'll look at the lollipops and the StatCast page, but like he's just so fucking boring. He doesn't run. He doesn't hit for power. Like I think you can find Yandy in the last round. Like this is going to sound insane. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not giving Yandy's batting average like enough credit in terms of scoring points because average does matter, I guess, in terms of scoring points. But like, I look at a guy like Yandy Diaz and I go to like some undrafted, like 18th round guy and go like, this was one I was using yesterday to make an analogy. And I don't know if Ryan McMahon can play every day, but Ryan McMahon gets a short porch with the Yankees. He's in a way better park, better lineup. His glove keeps him on the field every single day. And he's had 1,100, 1,200, 1,100, 1,000 fantasy points and 20 home runs every single year. And you can have him at undrafted ownership in the last round for free. Or you can have Yandy Diaz in the 8th round, infield 35, 100% drafted, who's had 1,100, 1,300, 1,000, 1,300 fantasy points. I don't know, man. Like, obviously this is like a bridge way too far, and I'm using hyperbole for an example, but like Isak Paredes doesn't get drafted until like the end there, right? Like how different is Isak Paredes and Yandy Diaz truly? Like how different are they truly other than playing time? And who knows, man, the Rays love to platoon. What if you see a decline in Yandy Diaz this year? Like, I don't know. He's 35 years old. Like, I'm guessing. I think he's 34, 35. I don't know. Not for me. Let's see. Yandy's 34 this year. I mean, the hard hit stuff is great. The exit velo is great still. Expecting batted average is good. He plays first base, so you just kind of leave him there. He reminds me of like James Loney or something like that. Like it's just, I don't know. He hits the ball way harder, but okay. Let's see what the lollipops look like for McMahon now that I made this crazy outlandish comp. Yeah, exit velo's there. Batting average isn't there, obviously, and that's why they're 50 rounds apart. But he walks. Bat speed's there. Hard hits there. I don't know. Let's do Matt McLain while we're here. I'm curious. Ew. All right, maybe I got to reevaluate. He was so bad last year. He was bad. Okay, anyways, didn't want to turn that into a soliloquy, but I just haven't been clicking him, and I don't know. Maybe I got to give these oatmeal guys some more credence. Back to the draft. Let's take a look here. Yeah, Nolan McLean, I'm excited to see what he looks like. I do think the Mets are like a win now team, which is both good and bad for like young starters. Like I haven't been clicking his name as much because I've been enamored with like Mizrowski beside him or like Yuri Perez I've been taking over him. But I don't know, like the fact that they're ready to win now feels good, but there's a lot of arms for the Mets, man. Roster resource, like you're going to have like a lot of pitching depth on the Mets. Now, whether they're good or not, like that's another debate. And like he could hold down a rotation spot all year, but like they have Freddie to be at the top. And then you have David Peterson, Clay Holmes, Sean Manaea, Senga. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like if you got to manage some innings, who like, what if McGill comes back? Like is Tyler McGill coming back at some point in time this season? Like I don't know. Maybe the timeline on his Tommy John is like too far, but I don't know. Just thinking out loud why I've been taking other guys than him there. But it's fine on this staff. What else do we end up with? Yeah, I mean, we sandwiched the guys in there. We do the cheeky Chicago stack. Walker as the back stack on the Houston stuff. Wallner's whatever. Like, third time's a charm. Josh Lowe's whatever. Third time's a charm. But then we stack on the Logan O'Hoppe to make it, kind of, this team's way better than the other team, even though I don't like some of the picks. But 776, Frammer, Sale, McLean, Castillo, Garrett Cole, I talked about during the draft. Like, I'm trying to get ahead of it right now. Like, this used to be a first round pick, Garrett Cole. Even if he shows like 70% of what he used to be, like, he's still worth a click back here. Cade Horton, he could lead the Cubs in innings this year, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. And that team should be pretty decent. And he pitched really well at the end of last year. He's kind of like a youthful oatmeal, which is kind of weird to say, but it's how I envision him. And then Grayson is just like a ceiling shot. It was nice to see the velocity return yesterday. Marte is one of my highest owned. Neto is a good ceiling shot. Yandy's the Flory guy. You get the two stack of the Cubs guys in Murakami and Montgomery. You could get one guy put in the minor leagues and another guy hit like 210 between these two, or you could get like 65 home runs, 70 home runs between those two. So that's a fun ceiling shot. Christian Walker will be way safer at first base and could be a bounce back candidate if they trade Isak Paredes. Logan O'Hoppe, is just went to drive line. He's fine. Julio, Jordan, Arozarena, Altuve, and then Wallner and Lowe to round it out. Maybe putting Cam Smith on the end of this team feels okay, but, Houston has a logjam with some of the outfielders, and they can't go anywhere because Jordan has to DH. So maybe Cam Smith isn't as good a late round pick as I originally thought, but I like that team. That team's pretty decent, I would think, but it's pretty middling. Like, I would have made some adjustments had I not been streaming two at the same time. Other team was with more of our friends and family here. We get the 101, or sorry, was this the first one? No, this was the second one. More friends and family in this one. 767. We got fucked by the Santander pick at the very end there. That's nobody's fault but my own. We did the early pitcher thing that Nez suggested. That's something that I got to start mixing in more of, but not something that I've been doing on my own. We go Crochet, Green, Yasavage. That's probably my first Trey Yasavage. They're talking about innings limit on him. Yeah. Ryan Pepio is like oatmeal plus getting a home park upgrade. Cade Horton on this one. Again, we just had that conversation. Nez likes Ashcraft and bought his rookie card, so we drafted him here. And then we take Grayson. I probably should have taken a safer last arm than Grayson on this team, admittedly. This pitching staff, even though we started with Crochet, it looks significantly shittier than the other one. Cal, Turner, Simeon, Tovar, Okamoto, and Barger. Pretty solid infield room there. Some stackability. I don't take a ton of Turner, Simeon, or Tovar, but they all stacked for us. So that was kind of fun. Otani with Teoscar, Chalk feels whatever. It feels good because it's Otani. Luis Robert, Adolis, Pajes, and Doyle feels kind of sketchy, but I do, of that group, I do like Doyle. I will say I do like Doyle this year. I'm kind of lukewarm on Luis Robert at his price. Adolis I rarely ever take. Andy Pajes I rarely ever take, but it makes sense. All of those picks make sense in this lineup. And then Anthony Santander was an accident. I probably would have rather had... I'd rather have Dominic Canzone here and stack him with Cal Raleigh and do like something like that. Just to end the show here, guys, thank you for being here this whole time. Hit the like, subscribe, notification. I am going to share. Easy just put it in the Discord here. These are the simulations that he is running after here. So let's see. It tells us our best and our worst pick, our average week scoring, and who drafted the best team. So we had the 101 in this draft. Easy's simulations tell me that Easy's team is the best. No, I'm just clowning here, but very cool exercise. Sam Olson, he's the GOAT for a reason. He has $58 worth of EV in this one. His best pick was Reed Detmers. Is that what that's trying to tell me? Let me cross-reference here. Let's see. Did I pick the right team? No, I picked the wrong team. Okay. Let's see here. Let's check this out. So Sam Olson's team, his last pick was Reed Detmers and then Vargas. I like that Vargas pick for sure. Oh, now we got to go back to the image here. So it says his best pick there was the Reed Detmers one, and then his worst pick was King over Abreu. Okay, that's interesting. Average points per week, outfielder points per week, your flex score per week, the mean score of it all. Okay. All right, we were drafting two at once, and we got a 16.8% chance to advance. We are right in the middle of the pack at 6 here. Yasavage was a bad pick for us over Cowser, apparently. And Pepio was a good pick over Bubba Chandler, apparently. Yeah, pretty cool. I think if we expand this too, there's some more stuff at the end. What are we working with? I don't know what. Oh, top 10 percentile outcome and top 90 percentile outcome. I imagine that's what it means. So our top 90 percentile outcome isn't as far to the right-hand side as some of these other teams in our own pod. Anyways, really cool. This is shit for people smarter than me. As you guys could see, a lot of you guys were included in this draft, so you can go ahead and take a look at all of this stuff and mess around. And yeah, check out Easy Stuff, man. He's just giving that draft HUD away. You know, we talk about using the solver all the time on the program. The solver does not work for baseball. So Easy went ahead and made his own overlay for the people, and it is free right there. You can also get his rankings there. Biggest plug I can make for his rankings would be if I had his rankings in, I would not have got Anthony Santander. So there is that. All right, guys, appreciate you being here. We still got, damn near 200 of us somehow, some way. 2 baseball drafts for the people, a full NBA breakdown, and 2 NBA drafts. Fun show, guys. Appreciate you being here. Tomorrow is our final Dog Bowl slate before the actual Dog Bowl, so be sure to be ready to get into that one. Going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do Off and On the Clock with Pete for that one tomorrow. By the looks of it, it's going to be a 12-game slate, I believe. So just looking at it on the surface, but some good games out there for that one. All right, guys, appreciate being here. Congratulations again to Johnny Footballs and AKA Johnny Pick'ems, AKA Johnny Basketball, AKA Johnny Three Putts for winning last night. And congratulations to the Hot Sizzos. Thank you for the 10 Badge Bros memberships. Thank you for the $20, Johnny. And thank you for the $20 to our guy Lackey there as well. Much love, community. We will be back tomorrow. Everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace.